Chapter 280. It was cold outside and it was nighttime. Of course, it was suitable for them to continue their intimacy. Still, Muchichi was so tired that she could only utter a few feeble words. No, Xiao, no. Xianxia only let her go when he saw that she was really tired. Early next morning, Muchichi received many well wishes from Xianxia, her aunt, Grandpa Shen and Shen Jianxuan. Muchichi thanked them all, and decided to visit her father before returning to the Shens for lunch. At night, Muchichi planned to hold a small private gathering in Jingting's garden. It's a chance for Jingyun and fourth sister. Let Qianqian come too, I haven't seen her for a long time. It's your birthday, you decide. Then I'll have Aunt Wu put a Christmas tree in the yard. Muchichi appeared very excited. Now that her relationship with Xianxia was public, she no longer had to hide and could see her best friend whenever she wanted. Xing Minglan was naturally willing to go when she received the invitation. After all, Shaoqi was the only place in the entire Xing family where she felt comfortable. Still, Muchichi told Xing Minglan in advance that Lu Qianqian would be there as well, and hoped that Xing Minglan would not mind. Don't worry. I understand, Miss Lu. Muchichi made the arrangements. In the afternoon she decorated Jingting with fifth aunt. Xiao did not go to Huangyao today. He just sat in the living room and worked. For some reason, hearing the little one's voice and seeing her figure made him feel at ease and satisfied. In the afternoon, Jingyun went to Jingting first and handed the important documents to Xiao. When Muchichi saw that he was about to leave, she tugged at him. What are you going to do? It's my birthday and you're leaving? Young madam, I'll come back later. Stay. Xiao told Jingyun without looking up. It's not urgent anyway. Seeing that Muchichi wanted to decorate Jingting like a fairy tale world, Jingyun went with Aunt Wu to help. Muchichi winked at Xiao and secretly kissed his thin lips where no one could see. Still, it had been a long time since he saw Cheer so happy. Xiao's lips curled into a smile. What a little one. Soon night fell. Muchichi asked fifth aunt to turn on the lights in the courtyard. Now there was finally the atmosphere of a party in Christmas. Soon Xing Minglan arrived at Jingting. She got out of the car and saw Jingyun standing in a corner preparing food. Stunned, she quickly walked up to Xingqiqi. Happy birthday. Muchichi looked at Jingyun by reflex before asking Xing Minglan, does fourth sister have something to say to Jingyun? You mischievous brat. He's right there, hurry up and go. Xing Minglan certainly had a lot of things she wanted to tell him, but she didn't know where to start now that she had met him. She quietly walked to Jingyun's side and helped him unpack the food. Muchichi shook her head helplessly when she saw their awkwardness. She was about to ask Xiao for a solution, but Lu Qianqian had also arrived at Jingting with Lin Mu and following behind her. My seventh. Happy birthday. Come if you want. Why did you buy me anything? Muchichi was a little embarrassed when she saw her grandiloquent gift box. Try it and you'll know what it is. Lu Qianqian winked at her. Then what's going on with you and Lin Mu? And Muchichi lifted her chin and asked the man behind Qianqian. I said it's your birthday, but he insisted on coming. I can't help it. Xiaoqiqi, I've bought you a super big cake. It'll be delivered soon. Lin Mu and was very friendly, and after greeting Muan he chatted with Xiao in the living room for a while before turning to Jingyun and Xing Minglan. Jingyun likes fourth sister of the Xing family, doesn't he? How did you know that? Xiao asked curiously. He wasn't looking in a certain direction with a pained look on his face on the day of your engagement. Now it's clear that it's fourth sister. Look at the atmosphere between them, it's filled with awkwardness before they start dating. Lin Mu and was an expert in the field of love, and naturally could see Jingyun's current state and interest. Xiao smiled and made a bet with Lin Mu. I'll owe you a favor if you can get them together tonight. I'm going to earn a favor from the crown prince. Lin Mu and became excited at the mention of a favor. Isn't that like having a golden token? Then I'll see how you perform. It was Muchichi's birthday party and everyone was naturally relaxed and comfortable with just a few good friends. Lin Mu and found it quite an interesting challenge and so told Xiao, let's watch the show. With that he walked to the lawn and plucked a small present from the Christmas tree, handing it to Xing Minglan. Goddess, do you still recognize me? Xing Minglan glanced at Lin Mu and then chuckled. Mu-en. That's right. It's me. Why don't I help you? With that, Lin Mu and took the box from Xing Minglan's hand, and accidentally covered her hand. Why is it so cold? Go to the side and rest. Warm your hands. Was Jing Yun a match for Lin Muan? All he could do was watch, a hint of dejection flashing in his eyes. Mu Qiqi and Lu Qianxian shared a look at that. That scumbag Lin Muan. Can't you tell that he's provoking Jing Yun? Mu Qiqi quickly grabbed Lu Qianxian. Let him teach that blockhead Jing Yun a lesson. Lu Qianxian paused for a moment. Are you sure? I'm just worried that his philandering is acting up again. Why do you care about him? It's not like he's your boyfriend. Lu Qianxian did a double take at Mu Qiqi's words, and realized that she was being a busybody. All right. In fact, wasn't that Mu Qiqi testing Lu Qianxian as well? Seeing that she had no chance to talk to Jing Yun, Xing Minglan wanted to sit with her brother. Meanwhile, Lin Mu seized the chance to go to the washroom and get a towel soaked in hot water to wipe Xing Minglan's hand. A fairy's hand shouldn't be left in the snow. Xing Xiao couldn't help glancing at Jing Yun's direction when he saw that the blockhead was still focused on cooking. How could he hold it in? And you really know how to win a girl's heart, Xing Minglan said to Lin Mu, and even as she warmed her hands. If I were a few years younger, I might fall for your suit pants too. Goddess, I don't like what you're saying. Since when did you get old? Xing Minglan laughed out loud this time. After all, who wouldn't be happy to be praised as young and pretty? Chapter 281. Soon dinner was ready. Everyone sat around a warm stove and a sumptuous dinner, just as the cake Lin Muan had arranged was delivered to Jingting on time. Along with the twinkling lights on the Christmas tree, everyone present had probably never had such a warm and comfortable Christmas Eve. Lin Mu deliberately sat next to Xing Minglan, and when Mu Qiqi saw that Jing Yun had not taken his seat, she got up and whispered to him, "You know that Lin Mu is a Casanova? You'd better keep an eye on him. Fourth sister is in a low mood right now and he could easily take advantage of it." Jing Yun glanced at Mu Qiqi but said nothing, though he held his plate and squeezed himself between Lin Mu and Xing Minglan. Mu Qiqi and Xing Xiao shared a look and couldn't help but laugh. Sure enough, goading worked best. It's been a long time since I played such a childish game. Do we have to make a wish on Christmas Eve? Lin Mu asked Xing Minglan, deliberately standing between Jing Yun and them. Why don't we all play a game, Great Fairy? I think it's a good idea. It's Cheer's birthday and we're all friends here. We can have some fun. Lu Qianxian quickly raised her hand in agreement. I'm fine with it. Mu Qiqi raised a brow and turned to Xing Xiao. What about you? Who's afraid? Tell me the rules. We'll start with an explosive question and everyone has to answer it truthfully. If you can't, you'll be punished with 5 glasses of wine. What do you think? Although we often meet each other, we don't really know each other. We're friends, so how can we not have dirt on each other? Lin Mu explained the rules of the game while asking for their opinions. Are we playing? Yes. Xing Xiao made the final decision. Alright, I'll start. You'll answer clockwise and it's only a pass if everyone is satisfied with the answer. With that, Lin Mu prepared the glasses and placed them in front of everyone. Come on. Lu Qianxian was very supportive. As Mu Qiqi's best friend, she naturally knew why Mu Qiqi held this little gathering. Since it was for Jing Yun, she naturally had to put on a good show. The first question. Everyone has to tell us the name of your first love. Damn. Do you still remember who your first love was? Lu Qianxian glared at Lin Mu disdainfully. But since it's going clockwise, I'll be the first to answer. That said, my matter has caused a huge uproar. I don't need to say it, do I? Where's the crown prince? No one doubted Lu Qianxian's answer, which was why everyone turned to Xing Xiao. Today was Mu Qiqi's birthday. If the crown prince answered another woman, he would have to kneel on durians tonight. Still, Xing Xiao was not afraid at all. His expression was composed. Do you think anyone can be my woman? After saying that, he subconsciously put his arm around Mu Qiqi's shoulder. She's the only one I like and treasure. Really? Everyone looked at him suspiciously, but Xing Minglan came out to testify. Before Qiqi appeared, 8th brother was an insulator to women. I will definitely testify for him on this point. That's the case, pass. As for Mu Qiqi, there's no need to ask. He's the crown prince after all, and there's nothing controversial about it. What about you, goddess? Lin Mu and then turned to the two main guests. Xing Minglan blushed and answered awkwardly, "It's been a few years. You all know the name of that scumbag, Leng Feng. The next one is amazing, Jing Yun. Quick, tell us the name of your first love." Jing Yun did not say anything. He simply picked up his wine glass and finished it in one gulp and did not stop for 5 glasses. "Really? That's a pity." Lin Mu, and pretended to be regretful before answering himself. "My first love was a chubby girl in elementary school. Her name was Xianxia." Lu Qianqian rolled her eyes. "You're at the age where you first learn to love while others are still playing with mud. Don't change the subject. This round is over. Let's move on to the second round, and it's going to be even more impressive. Just you wait." With that, Lin Mu rested for a moment and observed their gazes. Everyone could feel the bliss that Xing Xiao and Mu Qiqi were exuding, and he wouldn't say much about it. However, both Jing Yun and Xing Minglan had a blank look in their eyes. "Who's the first person who made you fantasize about sex?" Slap. Lu Qianqian slapped Lin Mu at his question. "Pervert. Drink if you don't answer. Cut the crap." Lu Qianqian glared at him and promptly picked up 5 glasses of wine and finished them in one gulp. "Where's the crown prince?" Xing Xiao answered quickly. This time Mu Qiqi was stunned again. "Is it me too? Don't you know very well who I can get hard on?" Xing Xiao whispered into Mu Qiqi's ear. Mu Qiqi blushed at once. Meanwhile, Lin Mu simply skipped over Mu Qiqi. "You don't have to say it. Qiqi only has the crown prince in her heart, and now it's the goddess' turn." It was a very open question and left Xing Minglan sweating. "I'll drink." But before Xing Minglan could pick up her glass, Jing Yun had already downed 5 glasses for her. "Jing Yun, you know that's breaking the rules, don't you? You didn't say I can't drink for you." Lin Mu glared at him and let him go. "What about you? Answer the question." Jing Yun said nothing and downed another 5 glasses. Could he still drink 15 glasses in a row? His face was already turning red. Lin Mu gave him a thumbs up and praised him. "My fantasy partner is Anna Jolie." "You're the one who's cheating." Lu Qianqian was very displeased with Lin Mu's answer. "That's enough for the warm-up. Everyone, let's eat, or some of you would get drunk before the food gets cold." Lin Mu's hint was quite strong, and he went to Xing Minglan with his fork and knife. "Goddess, do you mind if I sit with you?" Xing Minglan shook her head. Lin Mu sat down calmly but accidentally knocked over the glass of red wine in front of Xing Minglan. "I'm sorry, goddess. I'll get a towel to wipe your feet." But just as he was about to rise, Jing Yun coldly cut him off. "Don't bother. I'll go." "But I was the one who knocked it over. I don't feel good." This time Jing Yun directly pulled Xing Minglan to her feet. "Miss Minglan, let's clean up in the bathroom. You're going to catch a cold." Xing Minglan nodded and promptly followed him. Chapter 282. When they reached the bathroom, Jing Yun turned on the hot water and Xing Minglan told him, "It's just that my shoes are wet." Jing Yun filled the tub and heated the towel. Then he crouched in front of Xing Minglan, took off her shoes and covered her feet with the towel. Xing Minglan did a double take and was about to struggle, but Jing Yun did not let her. "It'll be fine in a while." "Jing Yun, don't let Lin Mu touch you. He's a playboy and I'm worried." Jing Yun told Xing Minglan calmly and gently. "At least you have to meet someone you really like. That's the only way." Xing Minglan looked at the man who was crouching in front of her. The warmth of his palm was directly transmitted to her soles. When did it start? The little boy from back then had now become such a mature and charismatic man. Xing Minglan's heart was beating wildly, and her palms were sweating a little. "Just wear the slippers from the guest room. I'll dry them for you." The process of covering her feet was as long as a century. That was why Xing Minglan breathed a sigh of relief when Jing Yun said that. Xing Minglan put on the warm slippers as she wished and left the bathroom. As for Jing Yun, she did not dare to look at his face at all, afraid that she would reveal what was in her heart. When the others saw her blush when she came out, they knew that she was not completely unaware of Jing Yun. "Goddess, I'm really sorry." Lin Mu quickly apologized. "It's fine. Let's keep chatting." Xing Minglan quickly hid her panic. Jing Yun is such a blockhead. Finally, there's a day when he's considerate. Xing Xiao deliberately stirred up an ambiguous atmosphere between them, and the few of them started drinking. Soon Jingyun returned to his seat. Even when he saw the others looking at him strangely, he remained calm. It's such a good atmosphere. It's a pity not to dance. Lu Xianxian said as she sipped her wine. Lin Mu and understood at once and extended his hand to Xing Minglan. Goddess, could you do me the honor? It's not convenient for fourth sister's shoes. Jingyun answered for her. Then Xianxian, let's jump. Lu Xianxian glared at him but still agreed to his suggestion. The two of them walked to the lawn behind them. At this time Xingxiao pulled Mu Qiqi up and said to her, I'm a little cold. Accompany me upstairs to change. What do you mean by changing clothes? You're clearly trying to do something bad. Whatever the case may be, it would be best to keep Jingyun and Xing Minglan here. Mu Qiqi tried to resist, but was dragged into the bedroom by Xingxiao, who kissed her ferociously the moment they entered. Xiao, you lit the fire. Are you trying to act shamelessly? Mu Qiqi was stunned. She didn't understand how she had seduced this man, and she didn't have the chance to figure it out because their union had already arrived. There were guests downstairs and time was tight. But because of this, both of them were stimulated at the same time. It was even crazier and more carefree than usual. How did I offend you? Your passionate gaze when you answer me. Doesn't that count? Xingxiao pressed his lips against the tip of Mu Qiqi's nose domineeringly. You had the same gaze when you had a crush on me as if you wanted to devour me whole. I didn't. And yet Mu Qiqi's protest was soon lost in Xingxiao's deep kiss. Downstairs the snowy wind was biting. Jingyun and Xing Minglan simply sat there as they watched Lin Mu and Xing Minglan dance. After a long time Xing Minglan asked, Did you leave the Xing family because of me? Oh. I would have to leave sooner or later. Jingyun answered honestly. If seventh sister didn't spread rumors everywhere, would you have left the Xing family without a word? Xing Minglan was very clear about that. We can't see each other often in the future, right? I'm still with young master. You can see me whenever you want, fourth sister, or you can give me a call. I'm about to embarrass grandpa at the engagement party, and the Xing family might never have a place for me in the future. Since grandpa would suppress me in the future, why would I drag you down? I'm alone. Why would I be afraid of dragging you down? Jingyun chuckled and drank bottle after bottle. Unwittingly, the two had finished every bottle of wine they had prepared during the banquet. By then both of them were getting tipsy, although Xing Minglan had a better tolerance. Jingyun was so drunk that he slumped over the table. That was when Lin Mu and gestured to Lu Xianxian. It's about time. We should leave. Do you think something would happen between them tonight? Just wait and see. The ambiguous atmosphere would definitely start tonight. Lin Mu and held her by the waist and quietly led her away from the banquet. And the two upstairs probably wouldn't come down either. Seeing that everyone had left, fifth aunt came out to Xing Minglan. Fourth sister, I'll leave young master Jingyun to you. I have to go home and take care of my grandson. All right. Happy Christmas Eve. Fifth aunt was a perceptive person. She knew what her master was doing tonight. So, of course, she would create an opportunity for them. After fifth aunt left, Xing Minglan looked at the Christmas tree that was still twinkling and then at Jingyun. You've been taking care of me the last 2 times. Today it's my turn to take care of you. Xing Minglan spent a lot of effort to help Jingyun into the guest room. Seeing how drunk he was, she was about to wipe his face when Jingyun grabbed her hand. Don't go, I'm not leaving. Xing Minglan comforted him. I'm just wiping your face. Jingyun was stunned for a moment. Then he let go of her hand. You will be someone else's wife sooner or later. I can't force you. Xing Minglan was suddenly puzzled at those words. What did he mean by that? Just as she was about to step into the bathroom, Jingyun suddenly got up from the bed and hugged her from behind. Jingyun, just 5 seconds. Let me be willful this time. I'll forget about it tomorrow. Xing Minglan was surprised. Just when she was about to ask, Jingyun turned her around and pressed her against the wall. He almost kissed her. If I take advantage of you, fourth sister, you will hate me, right? Having said that, Jingyun took 2 steps back and sat on the bed. I'm really despicable. Before Xing Minglan could say anything, Jingyun fell on the bed and fell asleep. Meanwhile, Xing Minglan's face was completely red, because she could vaguely feel the suppressed feelings of this man. At first she thought that Jingyun did not know who he was hugging, and it was inevitable that the man would be confused. However, when he called out Miss Minglan's name, she understood that everything Jing Yun did was for her. It was for herself. There was no one else. Chapter 283. Xing Minglan did not dare to wake Jing Yun up and ask him. What if she misunderstood? Still, she would not be satisfied if she did not get to the bottom of it. That was why asking Xing Xiao about it was the safest. Still, she would not leave Xing Zhao's room for the rest of the night. The next day, Xing Ming came out of the guest room with a pale face. Finding Xing Xiao drinking coffee in the living room, she went to him and sat down beside him. Jing Yun is not awake yet? The first thing Xing Xiao did was ask about Xing Minglan. After all, they had shared the same room again last night and Xing Xiao knew what was going on. Is that important now? Xing Minglan looked at him seriously. I have something to ask you, Xing Xiao. Xing Xiao looked up with a half-smile. You want to ask me if Jing Yun likes you? How do you know? About this matter, you should ask the person in question. Do you think my words count? Xing Xiao deliberately piqued Xing Minglan's curiosity. Can't you use your heart to feel if a man likes you? Xing Minglan said nothing, but she was pretty sure from Xing Zhao's expression. It doesn't matter whether he likes you or not. You are the fourth daughter of the Xing family and he is my assistant. His background is even less than Qier's. You want to know the answer first. Can you shoulder such feelings? Don't point it out without thinking it through or we won't be friends anymore. Should Xing Minglan think about that? Of course she should. Her own crisis had not been resolved, and she could not bear to drag Jing Yun down with her. What did Jing Yun do wrong? He would suffer with her. Looks like you have thought it through. You would have to face Jing Yun last night if you stay. You can leave Jing Ting now if you want to pretend you don't know anything. I'll handle Jing Yun. Having thought it through, Xing Minglan rose from the sofa. I'm going back. Take good care of Jing Yun. Xing Xiao nodded. Still, he knew that Jing Yun still had a long way to go after seeing Xing Minglan's reaction. After Xing Minglan left, Mu Qiqi went downstairs and found fourth sister's back. He was puzzled. Why did fourth sister leave? Fourth sister hasn't decided if she wants to face Jing Yun yet. That's why I told her not to appear in front of Jing Yun with such an indecisive look and make him suffer even more. Mu Qiqi nodded and hugged his neck in agreement. You're always so meticulous. It's so tiring to watch two restrained people in love. Those were Xing Zhao's exact words. To him, liking someone meant possessing them. Otherwise, what was the meaning of life? Soon, Jing Yun came out of the guest room as well, and promptly straightened his posture respectfully when he saw Xing Xiao. Don't drink so much in the future. It's hard for Aunt Wu to take care of you all night. Jing Yun's brows naturally furrowed when he heard that. He clearly remembered that the person who wiped his face last night was Miss Minglan. Moreover, they seemed to have talked quite a bit. Could it be that he was dreaming? Regardless, Jing Yun replied, I understand. Xing Xiao kept the matter a secret, and he would not tell Jing Yun what happened that night for the time being. Everything would have to wait until the time was right. Meanwhile, at the Xing residence, when Xing Minghui saw that Xing Minglan came home early the next morning and reeked of alcohol, she knew that she had gone to Jing Ting again. Fourth sister and Xing Xiao seemed to have a good relationship. Xing Minglan was already in a mess. Since Xing Minghui was here to cause trouble, she would certainly not be polite. She grabbed Xing Minghui's clothes and warned her, I advise you not to provoke me. Xing Minghui was shocked by Xing Minghui's action and did not say a word, while Xing Minghui pushed her aside. Xing Minghui clutched her pounding heart, and only snorted coldly after Xing Minghui had gone far away. Grandpa is the one in charge of this family. Could she have gotten the wrong person? Moreover, what good will it end up if she gets involved with Mu Qiqi? Having said that, Xing Minghui went to Grandpa Xing's study. Grandpa, do you know that fourth sister stayed at Jing Ting last night and did not come home? What are you trying to stir up again? Grandpa Xing stopped practicing his calligraphy with his right hand and looked up at Xing Minghui. Didn't I tell you to be quiet and wait for the results of the VVIP night? No, Grandpa. Think about it. Although fourth sister agreed to the marriage on the surface, we can all see how unhappy she is. Now that she is so close to Mu Qiqi, aren't you afraid that fourth sister would change her mind at the last minute? Is there anything that Mu Qiqi can't do? Wouldn't Xing Xiao encourage fourth sister to pursue freedom? Xing Minghui's words did not sound logical, but it pierced Grandpa Xing's worry. After all, Xing Minghui was obedient and did not resist at all. Was she afraid? It seemed that he had to plan ahead and let the rice be cooked. Alright, don't keep talking about Mu Qiqi all the time. Aren't you using her now? Xing Minghui shut up. She thought that it was true and it would not be too late to deal with Mu Qiqi after she got through this. On the other hand, Grandpa Xing had added the step of inviting the Englishman to their house for dinner before the wedding so that there would be no complications. What was Grandpa Xing thinking? Nobody knew. Unable to understand Grandpa Xing's intentions, Xing Minghui called Xianxia. Grandpa has arranged for the Englishman to come for dinner in 2 days. Did you get the notice? I heard about it, but Grandpa Xing did not let me and Cheer go home. Xianxia replied. Xianxia, why do you think Grandpa Xing is planning this? Or is he aware of it and prepared for it? I'll have my mother keep an eye on it. You can ask her if you have any trouble. Xianxia told Xing Minghui that since Grandpa Xing had made all these preparations and forbade him and Mu Qiqi from going home, it was certainly not just for dinner. Since Grandpa Xing did not want him to go home, he would go and have a party. Grandpa Xing was a shrewd man in the first place, and with seventh sister constantly fanning the flames beside his ear, some things would become complicated even if they were simple. Having received Xing Zhao's instructions, Mama Xing subconsciously paid attention to Grandpa Xing's every move. She also knew that Grandpa Xing had specially bid for a very expensive bottle of Lafite. She assumed that Grandpa Xing was going to use it when he invited the Englishman to dinner, but Grandpa Xing simply had it placed in his study. There was no telling what he was planning. Chapter 284. No one knew what kind of medicine it was. More importantly, Grandpa Xing did not say that he was not feeling well. Mama Xing sent the information back to Xianxia and asked him to analyze it. Mu Qiqi thought for a while and found the key information. Treating someone? Drinking? Taking medicine? I don't think Grandpa Xing has any good intentions. Xiao, we must go to Xing Mansion tomorrow and save fourth sister. Xianxia was busy with his work, but he still answered softly. However, in his heart he was able to associate a lot of things with it. So he needed to verify it. He asked Mama Xing to arrange for the servants to get the medicine tonight. If they could get the results, they should send it out of Xing Mansion immediately. He would arrange for someone to do a test. But Mama Xing was not completely confident. After all, the medicine was in Grandpa Xing's bedroom. And Grandpa Xing was such a cunning man. The servants only have time to make the bed for Grandpa Xing. I'm afraid it won't be enough. That's easy. Mom, you can go and trouble seventh sister. She will definitely complain to Grandpa Xing. That will buy us some time. Alright, I'll give it a try. Mama Xing agreed because it was related to fourth sister's happiness. Mama Xing was willing to help. But if Grandpa Xing keeps the medicine in the safe, we can't do anything about it. Then I'll torture Dr. Yan. You're really... Mama Xing couldn't help but laugh when she heard that. However, she also felt that Xianxia seemed to have a little more human when he was with Mu Qiqi. He was no longer acting in his own way. At least he had a place in his heart. Where's Mu Qiqi? Her. Xianxia glanced at the woman beside him. She was studying the information of the eldest son of the Liu family. He smiled. She is thinking of a way to solve the VVIP night in Huangyao. Huangyao has an entire team, but they still can't solve it. She's just a little girl. Mama Xing sighed. You should treat Mu Qiqi well. Don't tire her out. It doesn't matter if you can't solve it. Let's wait and see. With that, Xianxia hung up and kissed Mu Qiqi on the head. Don't fool around. I am busy. Mom told me to love you more. I'm just doing my filial duty. Mu Qiqi put down her pen and looked up. Xianxia lifted her up from the chair. It's late, Xiaoqi. She really couldn't do anything to this man. In the Xing family, Mama Xing followed Xing Zhao's arrangement. She asked the servant to go to Grandpa Xing's room to look for the medicine. The servant knew Grandpa Xing's habit of keeping things. Other than the safe, she knew where Grandpa Xing kept the medicine. But she couldn't find it. The helper was helpless. She made one last attempt and found a small medicine bag in the corner of the safe. The helper was not sure, so she carefully opened it, looked at it, and carefully put it back. There were 4 yellow xiaoyao pills. The servant did not dare to break them. She scraped some powder with her fingernails and took it away. She was ready to give it to Mama Xing. However, when he went out, he bumped into the old man. He panicked and was scared out of his wits. "What are you doing?" "Master, I was just frightened." Grandpa Xing walked to the safe and looked at the medicine bag. When he found that it was still there, he waved his hand at the servant. "You can leave now." After the servant left, Grandpa Xing went to check the medicine bag again. He was relieved when he saw that there were no pills missing. The servant was so scared that she broke into a cold sweat. He quickly went to look for Mama Xing. Mama Xing had just returned to her room. She did not go to Seventh Sister because it was too deliberate. Anyway, it was the end of the month. So she went to talk to Grandpa Xing about the expenses of the family. "How is it?" "I got it. I hope it will be useful for you." The servant took out a small paper bag and gave it to Mama Xing. "I only scraped a little powder. It's enough." Mama Xing sent it to Xianxia overnight. Xianxia immediately arranged for the test. The next morning, Xianxia got the answer. It was an aphrodisiac that could be bought in the market. Grandpa Xing invited her to dinner. He prepared red wine and aphrodisiac. What was he doing? Wasn't he trying to force Xing Minglan to submit? It seemed that Grandpa Xing had noticed Fourth Sister's action. Otherwise, he would not want to do this. However, since Grandpa Xing treated his granddaughter like this, he could not blame him for arranging a good show. Tonight, the Xing family invited their future son-in-law to dinner. So the servants were decorating the living room. According to Grandpa Xing, it was to make the guests feel at home. Xing Minglan was not excited. Her eyes were getting darker and darker. She could not see through her. Seventh Sister saw that she was upset. So she smiled at Xing Minglan. "Fourth Sister, aren't you curious why there is a dinner tonight?" "Because I secretly told Grandpa that you are too close to Muchichi. Maybe you have been infected by her and want to get rid of Grandpa's control. So Grandpa arranged this dinner to give you a wake-up call. This matter is already set in stone. You should just accept your fate." Xing Minglan sneered. "Why wouldn't I accept my fate? I just don't know that you are such a bitch." "Why would I be a bitch? I'm just concerned about you." Xing Minglan said nothing. She just clenched her fists. When she returned to her room, she called Xianxia. "Seventh Sister is the one who urged me to do this. Xianxia, I can't stand it anymore. Let Seventh Sister be the bride tonight." "Are you sure?" "I'm sure. Why can't I resist for once? Why should I let her do whatever she wants? Just because I'm more obedient than her, more reasonable than her? No, some people will only become worse if you are kind to them." "Xianxia, let's do it." Sitting in his office in Huangyao, Xianxia smiled. The show was getting more and more interesting. "If that's the case, let's add some spice to the plan. Other people's grandfathers could care for their granddaughters. For example, Grandpa Xing. There were also people who treated their granddaughters harshly and finally admitted their mistakes. For example, Grandpa Mu. But what about Xingzhao's grandpa? He used an aphrodisiac on his granddaughter. It was such a despicable trick. Xing Minglan was determined to leave the Xing family. Such a family and such elders were not worth her sadness. So the show tonight would definitely be interesting. Jing Yun was by Xingzhao's side. He knew what happened from the start and felt sorry for Xingzhao. But Xingzhao also reminded him, "If you want Fourth Sister to be safe, don't act rashly. I'll make all the necessary preparations. When the time comes, you just need to bring Fourth Sister to the hospital and send her home secretly tomorrow morning. I'll make arrangements for everything else." Although Jing Yun was worried, he nodded. Chapter 285. After business was over, Xingxiao went home, ready to bring Mu Qiqi to Xing Mansion to watch the show. On the other hand, Mu Qiqi was already prepared. She had already changed into a long black dress and a brown trench coat. Xingxiao raised a brow. When he saw that the little one was so feminine, he couldn't help kissing her. "Stop fooling around. Fourth Sister's matter is more important." Xingxiao put his arm around Mu Qiqi's waist and they quickly got into the car. On the way, Xingxiao told Mu Qiqi about Xing Minghui's instigation in front of the old man. Mu Qiqi almost exploded when she heard that. "I don't get it. Seventh Sister hates me for stealing you away and embarrassing her friend. I have nothing to say about that. But Fourth Sister has never done anything wrong to her. Why does she have to pick on me?" Mu Qiqi almost exploded when she heard that. Fourth Sister helps you at every turn and the two of you are inseparable. Of course she would mark Fourth Sister as an enemy. But doesn't she know how she would hurt fourth sister by doing that? Do you think fourth sister would tolerate her? Do you know what fourth sister actually said? That Xing Minghui would be a one-night bride. Muqiqi was stunned at that. Xing Minglan was not one to do evil to others, but Xing Minghui had made her so unbearable. Well, let's wait for the show tonight. It was 6:30 at night. The Sheng family was already seated and dressed to the nines, because they had a guest, the Englishman who was sitting beside Xing Minglan. Everyone conversed in English and had a pleasant conversation. The old man was becoming more and more pleased with the Englishman, because he revealed between the lines that he would grow with Huang Yao, and that he would help the Sheng family expand into the northern European market after he and Xing Minglan got married. The man was 34 years old and appeared elegant like most Englishmen. However, he never once told Xing Minglan that he was married for the second time and had a daughter. It was a lie. The family conversed happily, but the old man never expected that Muqiqi and Xing Xiao would return halfway through the dinner. Why didn't you invite us to a gathering? Xing Xiao asked the old man, holding on to Mama Xing's chair. Humph. Grandpa Ji snorted. I'm just afraid that you'll ruin your sister's wedding. I'm bringing Chi back tonight just to make a living. Old master, you're thinking too much. The servants promptly brought chairs for them, while Xing Xiao led Muqiqi to their seats. Still, everyone in the Xing family at the dining table had their own thoughts and were making their own plans. Grandpa Xing was afraid that Xing Xiao would cause trouble, but Xing Minghui was more than happy to see Muqiqi back, because she wanted Muqiqi to know that Grandpa's orders were not to be disobeyed. Even though fourth sister was so unwilling, Grandpa Xing still ordered her to marry Muqiqi. This meant that if Grandpa Xing asked Xing Xiao to dump Muqiqi, he would have to do the same. But tonight Muqiqi had no intention of looking for trouble at all. She talked to Mama Xing the whole time and did not seem to care about Xing Minghui at all. It was as if she was really here for dinner. But Grandpa Xing did not forget to ask about the progress of Huang Yao's VVIP night. Chi-Chi, do you still remember the topic Grandpa gave you? Of course not. How could she forget the person who dug a hole for her to jump into? Are you confident? Grandpa only cares about the results. You don't have to care about anything else. Muqiqi told Grandpa Xing confidently. I'll definitely give you a different VVIP night. You're the one who's boasting. Don't mess things up and embarrass Xing Xiao. I'll do my best for him. Grandpa Xing was deliberately diverting everyone's attention to Muqiqi so that they would not notice that he was actually helping Xing Minghui and the Englishman get together. I don't believe that an 18-year-old girl like you could do anything. Muqiqi only replied after hearing Xing Minghui's sarcasm. I'm sorry, but I'm 19. And seventh sister, I'll prove that I can do what you can't do at 25. Let's wait and see. The first half of the night was about the development of Huang Yao and the British fashion house, while the second half was about the VVIP night. After they had their fill, Grandpa Xing looked at his children and grandchildren, especially Xing Xiao. He was quite satisfied with the night. At least he was not here to cause trouble. Then Grandpa Xing turned to Xing Minglan and the Englishman. Both of you come to my study later. I have something to tell you. Yes, Grandpa. Xing Minglan replied, sharing a look with Xing Xiao to make sure that the show was ready. But that was when Xing Minghui shouted, Is the chef crazy? Why is there so much mustard in the seafood? So spicy. Sister Yun, get me a glass of ice water. Xing Xiao smirked. It seemed that he would have to raise the chef's salary. I'm coming, Miss Minglan. After dinner, everyone was still chatting when Xing Xiao led Muqiqi away. Grandpa, don't forget to call me when there's dinner in the future. If you're this obedient every time, there would be seats for you everywhere in the house. The old man snorted. I wish all of you a pleasant night. Xing Xiao said meaningfully and held Muqiqi's hand as they went downstairs. Still, they did not leave the house because they were waiting to receive Xing Minglan. Meanwhile, Xing Minglan and the Englishman had arrived at Grandpa Xing's study, and the legendary Lafite was finally presented to Xing Minglan. About the engagement ceremony, Grandpa wants to ask you if there are any changes that need to be made. It's your engagement ceremony and I want to hear your opinions. Without batting an eyelid, old Master Xing asked someone to prepare the wine glasses and poured the red wine, preparing to chat with the two of them while drinking. The Englishman was caught off guard, while Xing Minglan deliberately cooperated. That was when Xing Minghui slowly reacted after drinking the ice water. That was why she returned to her room, intending to take a bath and see if she would feel better. But when she passed by Xing Minglan's room, she seemed to hear a woman moaning. She wanted to confirm it, but the door to Xing Minglan's room was left open, and she was locked inside after she barged in. Soon she was paralyzed on the floor, her body in agony. On the other hand, Xing Minglan was starting to feel uncomfortable. "Grandpa, I want to go back to my room." Knowing that she was having an outburst, the old man waved her off. "Go." Xing Minglan promptly got up and returned to her room with a hint of rationality. Then she fell into a cold embrace. It was Jing Yun's scent. "I'll bring you to my room." Because no one knew that Xing Minghui was in Xing Minglan's room, the old man would not know that it was Xing Minglan and not Xing Minglan who was in the room. Chapter 286. Jing Yun, I don't feel good. Xing Minglan felt that this was the most embarrassing moment in her life. Her entire body was burning and she couldn't help wanting to get closer to Jing Yun. Even so, her rationality reminded her that she must not lose her composure like that. Jing Yun brought Xing Minglan to the room he used to stay in and put her in the bathroom. Still, he could not bear to put Xing Minglan in the cold water, so he used a cold towel to ease her discomfort. "Hang in there. We'll get out of here soon." "Jing Yun, don't go." Xing Minglan held on to Jing Yun. This man was her only support right now. After all, she was afraid that the old man would notice them, and all her efforts would go to waste. "I'm not going. I'll stay here with you." Jing Yun put the wet towel over Xing Minglan's neck, so that she could regain some rationality. Meanwhile, the drug in the Englishman's body was starting to take effect. When the old man saw him, he asked, "Are you not feeling well?" "A little." "Then rest in Minglan's room. Don't go back tonight. I'll have the servants help you in." The old man was calm and composed, showing no sign that he had done something vicious. The Englishman didn't have the strength to reply, and so entered Xing Minglan's room with the help of the servants. The Englishman couldn't find the light at all. He could vaguely see the bed, and so he walked towards it and threw himself on top of it. Meanwhile, Xing Minghui was tearing at her clothes in discomfort, and the two of them were in a blazing inferno. Soon the room was filled with noises that left one blushing. When the servants heard that and confirmed that the job was done, they reported it to the old man. The old man seemed to have fulfilled a long-cherished wish. He ordered the servants, "Pass down the order. No matter what sounds come from that room tonight, we don't need to pay attention to it." "Understood, master." The servants were naturally happy that they could rest earlier. However, none of them knew that the woman in the room wasn't Xing Minglan at all. Even so, it was too late even if they found out now. Seeing that the servants were leaving, Mama Xing quickly informed Jing Yun. "I'll stall the old man. Find a chance to leave with fourth sister. Eighth brother's car is waiting downstairs." Seeing that his chance had come, Jing Yun wrapped Xing Minglan in his jacket so that she wouldn't be exposed, and carried her out of the house, avoiding the servants and going straight to the Xing family's parking lot. "Jing Yun." Mu Qiqi waved at Jing Yun from the car. Jing Yun quickly led Xing Minglan into the car, and it was only then that Xing Zhao's car left the house. "How is fourth sister?" Mu Qiqi looked back and saw Xing Minglan blushing and moaning non-stop. Xing Xiao turned her head and instructed Jing Yun, "Go straight to Jing Ting. The doctor is already waiting there." Mu Qiqi understood Xing Zhao's intention. So she turned on the music in the car. There was nothing to see other people's embarrassment. She had to save fourth sister's face. Jing Yun looked at the two people in front of the car gratefully. Only then did he hug Xing Minglan tightly. Her body was too hot, and if he did not relieve it in time, it would definitely harm her body. Ti Yun's and Xing Zhao's Xing Yun to her. After all, his chest was cool and comfortable. Jing Yun blushed as well. Fortunately, Mu Qiqi pretended not to know about it. The music was loud as well. "Hold on a little longer, fourth sister." Xing Minglan simply couldn't control the emptiness and desire in her body. So she climbed onto Jing Yun's neck and nibbled his ear. Jing Yun held her down, afraid that she would do something more extreme. Finally, the car entered Jing Ting. Jing Yun quickly carried Xing Minglan down the car, and the family doctor reacted quickly. After checking Xing Minglan, he took out a syringe and injected her with some medicine to relieve the heat. "There's a process. Wipe her body with a wet towel. At that, Jing Yun carried Xing Minglan to the bed in the guest room, and went to the fridge to get some ice. Xing Xiao and Mu Qiqi shared a look. They really thought that Jing Yun would have to rely on his own abilities to stay single. With the medicine, Xing Minglan regained some of her rationality. When she saw Jing Yun busying himself, she tugged at his sleeve. Jing Yun, what is it, fourth sister? Jing Yun, what is it, fourth sister? Jing Yun quickly crouched in front of Xing Minglan. I feel terrible. I feel terrible. Don't you like me? Just take me. Jing Yun's whole body stiffened at Xing Minglan's words. Fourth sister knew that he liked her? And she even told him to take her? Fourth sister, you've already seen the doctor. You'll be fine after a while. Jing Yun calmed Xing Minglan in the next second. But it's really terrible. Xing Minglan reached out to tug at her clothes, and accidentally revealed a large part of her body. Jing Yun quickly covered her with a blanket. You'll be fine soon. I won't feel terrible if you take me. I won't take advantage of you. Jing Yun told Xing Minglan very firmly. There's some ice here. I'll put it on for you. You'll be fine soon. Some wrong things should not happen at the wrong time. Jing Yun's mind was very clear. He did not want Xing Minglan to have the wrong idea of marrying anyone but him because of this. He hoped that Xing Minglan would be clear-headed whenever she made a decision. Xing Minglan did not say anything else. She closed her eyes and cooperated with him. Soon she got through the most difficult part and felt much better. After a while, Xing Minglan opened her eyes and looked at Jing Yun. Don't tell anyone about what happened tonight. Don't worry. I won't do it for the rest of my life. Jing Yun promised. Xing Minglan was relieved and closed her eyes. At the same time, she had a new understanding of Jing Yun. This man was really mature. Outside the door, Xing Xiao and Mu Qiqi were sitting in the living room. Mu Qiqi glanced at the door of the guest room and asked, Xiao Xiao, do you think they can make any progress? Fourth sister is already like this. Xing Xiao shook his head. Jing Yun won't take advantage of others. He wasted such a good opportunity. Even if he doesn't make any progress, he could still confess. Fourth sister knows Jing Yun's feelings. Xing Xiao pinched Mu Qiqi's nose. Alright, let's not waste time. Go wash up and rest. What about you? I still have to send fourth sister home in the morning. Xing Xiao nudged Mu Qiqi. Go rest. I'll be up soon. Chapter 287. Waves of lust came and went, but when Xing Minghui's stamina was completely drained, she finally realized that something was wrong. She was now lying in a man's arms and they had done it countless times just now. What was going on? It was almost daybreak outside, and yet Xing Minghui was having it with her brother-in-law. At that thought, she promptly jumped off the bed, holding back her discomfort as she returned to her room. When she reached the bathroom, she saw that her body was covered in marks of lovemaking. The crazy scene from last night flashed through her mind page by page. He slept with that Englishman? What about Xing Minghui? Last night, she vaguely heard moaning in Xing Minghui's room, which was why she pushed the door open and entered. After that, she had no recollection of anything else apart from the Englishman's madness. She simply could not remember anything else that happened last night. Xing Minghui was sent back to the Xing mansion in the wee hours of the morning, and only returned to her room after Xing Minghui ran away as if she was running for her life. From the atmosphere in the room, one could feel what kind of drama had played out here last night. Xing Minghui pretended to wake up in her room and woke the Englishman up. How could the Englishman know that he was not sleeping with his fiancée? Hence he tried his best to explain to Xing Minghui. Although Xing Minghui felt wronged, she told the Englishman that they were going to be engaged anyway, and this was merely fulfilling their duty as husband and wife ahead of time. When Grandpa Xing saw the two of them coming out of the room, he knew that it was a done deal. With Xing Minghui's personality, she would not have any other thoughts since she had already given herself to the Englishman, and would be content with the engagement. Hence the Xing family kept quiet about what happened last night, although they knew what had happened. Everyone believed that Xing Minghui and the Englishman were inseparable, and only Xing Minghui knew who had slept with the Englishman last night. Could she tell Grandpa Xing about it? Not unless she wanted to die. Even so, she would not lose her chastity for no reason. Therefore, after breakfast, Xing Minghui grabbed Xing Minghui's wrist and dragged her to the Xing mansion's garden. "For sister, you're really good. You planned everything last night, didn't you?" Xing Minghui, do you still want to rub salt into my wound? Xing Minglan's eyes reddened too. Grandpa drugged the wine and made me give myself to this Englishman. Isn't that your doing? You're trying to sow discord. Don't you know Grandpa will treat me like this? Xing Minghui stared at Xing Minglan as if trying to determine if she was telling the truth. How would I know that Grandpa would drug you? You don't know? Do you dare to say that you didn't know anything when Grandpa wanted to attend this banquet? Indeed, she had guessed it and was prepared to watch the show, but she had no intention of watching herself. Xing Minghui looked into Xing Minglan's eyes but could not find any flaws. Even so, it was clear that she and the Englishman had rolled around in Xing Minglan's room last night. Did the old man drug Xing Minglan? But why was she the one being drugged? And where was Xing Minglan when she had sex with the Englishman? Or rather, with whom? But she could not see anything from Xing Minglan's eyes. Was she going to lose her virginity for nothing? No, it definitely had something to do with Xing Minglan. But she did not have the guts to ask Grandpa about it. Fourth sister, you better not let me know that you've schemed against me. I schemed against you? If it wasn't for you, would I be where I am today? Xing Minglan pulled up her sleeve and saw a bruise on her arm. It was left by forceful sucking and it was exactly the same as the one on her body. But it was not from someone else's kiss. Xing Minglan had inflicted it on her arm herself. How else could she hide it from Xing Minghui? Xing Minghui did not say anything else and left the garden. He simply could not figure out what went wrong. She had rolled around with her brother-in-law for a night. If Grandpa knew about it, he would definitely kick her out of the house. To make sure that Xing Minglan was not lying, Xing Minghui went to the study and tested the old man. Grandpa, fourth sister seems very sad last night. She has no choice but to be sad. I did it for her own good. Fourth sister said that you drugged her. That has nothing to do with you. Grandpa Xing's face fell and stopped Xing Minghui. How could she say such things openly? Still, Grandpa Xing's attitude made it clear to Xing Minghui that Xing Minglan must have fallen into the old man's trap. But what about her? Who could she complain to about her grievance? She felt utterly disgusted after being used by the Englishman for a night. Meanwhile, Grandpa Xing felt guilty towards Xing Minglan and became even more tolerant towards her. He did not stop Xing Minglan even when she went out at night. Xing Minglan went out to make sure that her body was fine, and stayed by Jing Yun's side. After that, Xing Minglan went to Jing Ting. Seventh sister is probably wondering why she woke up in my room out of the blue. Xing Minglan said as she drank. If she didn't provoke Grandpa, this wouldn't have happened. Of course, I don't want to stay in this Xing family anymore. I feel disgusted even for a second longer. Fourth sister. Mu Qiqi caressed her palm. You will be free soon. Everything will be over. Free? Xing Minglan sneered. Do you think Grandpa would let me go after I did such a heinous thing? Still, there's nothing to be afraid of. It's better than sitting here and waiting for death. Miss Minglan, it's getting late. You should go back and rest. Jing Yun reminded her. I'm not going back tonight. Grandpa knows that I hate him, so he's not in the mood to care about me. With that, Xing Minglan turned to Jing Yun beside her. Xianxia and the others are resting. Why don't you talk to me for a while? This is my house. Xianxia looked at them and gestured at the guest room with his chin. You two go in, Xianxia. Xianxia glanced at them before turning to Mu Qiqi. Go wash up. I'm going to the study. I'll be back in my room soon. All right. Mu Qiqi nodded. She had a feeling that Xing Minglan had something to tell Jing Yun. Jing Yun was feeling a lot of pressure, especially after seeing Xianxia and Mu Qiqi go upstairs. He felt his entire body stiffening as he faced Xing Minglan, who was awake. About what happened last night. I won't tell anyone, Jing Yun quickly said. Chapter 288. No, Jing Yun answered honestly. Because I know that if I really did that, you would hate me when you woke up. Hate you? Xing Minglan chuckled. I'm already the Englishman's woman in other people's eyes. What else do I have to hate? It will all pass. Grandpa is so cruel, Xing Minglan said and promptly gulped down a glass of wine. But I didn't let seventh sister take advantage of me either. Miss Minglan, Jing Yun, why don't we get together? What do you think? Xing Minglan put down her glass and suddenly crooked her finger at Jing Yun. It was only when he came close that she asked him, "Get together with me?" Jing Yun shook his head despite his shock. "Miss Minglan, please stop joking. I have my dignity too." Even if Jing Yun had no background, his feelings were not cheap. He would not wag his tail like a dog when the person he liked responded to him. "I'm serious. If I can leave the Xing family this time, I'll come to you." With those words, Xing Minglan curled up on the sofa and fell asleep in no time. When Jing Yun saw that, he carried her into the guest room. He was as calm as ever because he never thought that Xing Minglan was serious from start to finish. Perhaps she was just drunk. Upstairs. After washing up, Mu Qiqi sprawled on the bed to read some documents. When Xing Xiao entered the bedroom and saw that, he promptly patted her butt. "Time to sleep. Why do I feel like our house has become a place where fourth sister and Jing Yun are having an affair? Weren't you the one who wanted them to get together?" Xing Xiao tugged off his towel and lay on the bed. Mu Qiqi quickly leaned over and lay on his chest. "I'm going to meet the eldest son of the Lu family tomorrow. I have to finish my homework before fourth sister's engagement party. Bring bodyguards." "Got it." Mu Qiqi nodded. "I really want to see fourth sister and Jing Yun together." Meanwhile, Xing Minglan did not return home. Meanwhile, seventh sister was in her room investigating the Englishman. Although this man was divorced and had a child, he was indeed very capable in that aspect. In addition, he owned a high-end fashion empire. In fact, she felt that she could consider this marriage. She did not need to take care of the child, and this man was not much older than her. He was a good man in all aspects. Why did she feel that Xing Minglan was wronged by marrying this man? Now that she and this man had done the deed of husband and wife, she had tasted this man. If she was the one engaged to a British man, wouldn't Xing Minglan's reputation hit rock bottom? Who would want second-hand goods abandoned by the British? Anyway, the man was unmarried and the woman was unmarried. Why couldn't she? With that in mind, Xing Minghui had her own plans, and this was probably something that no one had expected. When that time comes, she would have the capital to deal with Mu Qiqi. After all, she would not let herself suffer for nothing. If that was the case, it was better to snatch it from Xing Minglan's hands. The next day, Mu Qiqi left Jing Ting dressed like a university student and went to the Lu family's company. The receptionist asked her if she had a special appointment because the eldest son of the Lu family had no time for a bored little girl. Mu Qiqi did not say anything else and simply asked the receptionist to pass the message. "I'm Mu Qiqi. I would like to have 10 minutes of your time, Mr. Lu. I hope that you can pass the message." The two receptionists were stunned when they heard Mu Qiqi's name. The young bride of the Xing family was famous throughout Jianchuan. Since she was not a poor university student, the two receptionists certainly passed the message. After waiting for a while, she finally got an unexpected 10 minutes. Eldest Lu's secretary brought her directly to the CEO's office. And before that, eldest Lu had just finished a collaboration. "So Miss Mu is here. I'll be right there." Judging from his voice, Mu Qiqi felt that he must be a refined person. And the truth proved that Mu Qiqi was right. The young master of the Lu family was indeed refined to the core. Even the way he pushed up his glasses made him look like he was a man of good taste. "May I know why you are here, Miss Mu?" "For your wife," Mu Qiqi said straightforwardly. "Oh, for Zixin. But we don't know each other." Eldest Lu replied to Mu Qiqi. "I want to resolve the awkwardness of Huang Yao's VVP night, so I came to disturb you. For that? That's Huang Yao's business. Why did you come to me instead of taking good care of your customers?" "Young Master Lu, do you want your wife to live in hatred all the time? If you can resolve the hatred in her heart, your life will be different, won't it?" After hearing Mu Qiqi's words, Xiao Lu laughed. "As her husband, I have spent 7 years and still could not make her let go of her hatred. You are just an 18-year-old girl? Do you think I can trust you? But this is a chance. Since the worst-case scenario is no result, why don't you let me try, Xiao Lu? What do you want me to do?" "All you need to do is to prepare a gift for your wife," Mu Qiqi replied. "Is it that simple? If it's that simple, I would have done it long ago. There's no need for you. I can't be arrogant and force my thoughts on you. Besides, I promised you that I would only take up 10 minutes of your time. I won't take up another second of your time. I'll leave now." Mu Qiqi was not a pushover. She was just telling eldest young Master Lu about the pros and cons. As for the rest, it naturally required the consent of the person involved. Soon Muqiqi walked out of the room. Meanwhile, eldest Lu became interested in Muqiqi. She was just a child herself. Could she change Zixin's mind? That would be a joke. That was why he did not care about Muqiqi at all. What earth-shattering things could an 18-year-old do? Muqiqi was so young and inexperienced that no one would trust her. The only one who trusted her was Xianxia. Muqiqi knew that, which was why she did not intend to give up after just one try. Sincerity was necessary to convince others, but ability was the key to gaining recognition. At the same time, she could not delay others' work, which was why she planned to come at noon the next day. On the way back, Xianxia called Muqiqi. How did it go? Not much. Because no one believes me. Muqiqi pouted. You're giving up just like that? If he doesn't believe me, I'll do it until he does. No husband would want his wife to live in the abyss of the past. I'm trying to help him and I believe he will understand. Xianxia smiled and hung up, but after putting away his phone, he had Jing Yun ask for eldest Lu's number. Are you planning to intervene, young master? Chapter 289. After what happened that night, Xing Minghui began to weigh her chances of snatching the Englishman from Xing Minglan's hands. How could she face the man at home after losing her chastity to her brother-in-law? Moreover, she had a taste of the man's ability in that aspect, which was the most addictive part of her. Sometimes women cared so much about a man's sexual bliss. Moreover, with the man's comprehensive ability in all aspects, she felt that she could give it a try this time. Still, there would definitely not be any consequences if she broke through Grandpa Xing and Xing Minglan. But it would be a different story if she could break the Englishman's bottom line first. After a long time of planning, Xing Minghui finally got the man's contact information and knew which hotel he was staying in. There were only a few days left, and the preparations for Xing Minglan and the man's engagement ceremony were complete. It would be too late if she didn't get there soon. As usual, Xing Minglan and the Englishman tried on gowns and accessories while making final confirmations about the hotel. That night, Xing Minghui was waiting outside Xing Mansion. When she saw the Englishman's car leaving the house, she made up her mind to chase after it. When they reached the hotel, she directly blocked the Englishman's way. Their gazes met and there seemed to be a mysterious attraction between them. After all, the craziness of that night had left a deep impression on both of them. You're Minglan's younger sister. Xing Minghui approached the Englishman and whispered under his chin. I'm the woman who spent the night with you. The Englishman's gaze was shocked, but there was also a throbbing. How can you prove it? Won't you know when we go to the room? Xing Minghui arched a brow charmingly. Hence, they entered the room and once inside, Xing Minghui wrapped her arms around the Englishman and started kissing him, oblivious to everything else around her. And it was that familiar taste that made the Englishman come to a sudden realization. See if it's really you. Of course it's me. Xing Minghui said seductively. Must be unforgettable. Ever since that night I couldn't forget you. Now that the Englishman's flame had been ignited, he naturally wanted to inspect the goods. Therefore they soon fell onto the bed behind him and in no time at all they were inseparable. It felt exactly the same as that night and the Englishman almost lost his mind. I didn't expect it to be you. It was such a wonderful feeling. But you're about to get engaged to my sister. After that, Xing Minghui got up from the bed to keep the Englishman away. You will be my brother-in-law in a few days. Minglan. I don't want her. I want you. I want you. Xing Minghui put on her clothes and smiled provocatively at the Englishman. Do you dare to go to the Xing family and ask for my grandfather's hand in marriage? Xing's flame was no longer. The Xing Lishman's old Xing was. Their Xing's Ling was. Old Xing. Xing. I. Xing. He Xing Li said. Xing he. Xing, it, Xing, it's still you. With that, Xing Minghui picked up her handbag and was about to leave when the old Englishman grabbed her and pressed her down. I want you. I want you. Sometimes relationships between men and women were weird. It began with an accident only to become infatuated with that accident. Xing Minghui certainly couldn't return to Xing Mansion that night. After all, she really liked the Englishman's body and abilities. How could Xing Minglan's meek personality win over the Englishman who loved thrills? It was better to let her have him. The next day Xing Minghui returned home full of energy and charm. After all, she had slept with Xing Minglan's fiancé, which made her feel like she had snatched something from Xing Minglan. At the dining table in the morning, old Xing told everyone to focus on the big event in 2 days. After all, it wasn't Xing Xiao and Mu Qiqi's engagement, and the Xing family had to be present. Moreover, the old man specifically told Xing Minghui, "Fourth sister is getting engaged. Could you not mess things up?" "What, Grandpa? Do I like to mess things up?" Xing Minghui asked with a smile. "You have the nerve to say that." The old man snorted and said nothing else, but Xing Minghui chuckled to herself. Was she just messing things up? What could Xing Minglan do to her if she wanted to snatch this person away? Even Xing Xiao and Mu Qiqi couldn't force the Englishman to marry fourth sister, could they? At the moment, Xing Minghui was rather smug. She simply didn't know that she had helped Xing Minglan leave the Xing family. In the afternoon, Mu Qiqi arrived at the Lu family's house again. She didn't need to make an appointment with eldest Lu at the front desk, and simply sat quietly in the living room, reading her books and completing her homework. Eldest Lu didn't come to see Mu Qiqi when he heard about it from the secretary, and continued with his own business and meetings. Mu Qiqi didn't insist and left the Lu family's house half an hour later, saying that she would come again. The secretary couldn't help chuckling when she conveyed Mu Qiqi's message. If the little girl really wants your help, couldn't she just ask the crown prince to come personally? Eldest young master Lu pushed up the golden glasses on the bridge of his nose and shook his head. If she comes again tomorrow, ask the receptionist to tell her that if she can't come up with a feasible solution, she shouldn't show up again. Many things can't be done with sincerity. Got it, Zio. Mu Qiqi was only 19 years old, and no one would put their hopes on a little girl like her to stir up trouble. Still, Mu Qiqi wasn't discouraged. Although she felt that she could do it without eldest Lu's help, she still wanted to do it perfectly. The Xing family's expectation for her was that she would complete her mission as long as the 2 daughters-in-law of the Lu family didn't fight. What special VVIP night? Could she do it with her ability? Moreover, the most important thing for the Xing family now was Xing Minglan's engagement, and no one would care about what she was planning for now. That night, Xing Minghui was having a passionate affair with the man who was going to be her sister's. She seemed to be especially infatuated with the feeling of teasing Xing Minglan. So the things she could do with this man were even more unrestrained. Who wouldn't like such a stunner? She was open-minded and knew how to play tricks. If she could make a man happy in bed, what else could she not get? You're going to be engaged to my sister in 1 day. Are you really going to abandon me? Baby, it's just an engagement. You can call it off. Chapter 290. Of course I only want you. You know how infatuated I am with you, and your body. Then wouldn't it be better if we could officially get engaged? I would agree to anything you want then. But now we can only have an affair. The Englishman couldn't stand the pressure and clutched his head. Baby, let me think about it. Then take your time. Don't even think about touching me before you think it through. The man was wavering because he was afraid that old Xing wouldn't agree to it. It seemed that she had to come up with something. Or wouldn't everything be for naught once the engagement ceremony was held? Xing Minghui returned to the Xing family in the middle of the night, but kept thinking about how she could stir things up. Meanwhile, Xing Minglan was still seriously preparing for the establishment of her company. Both of them wanted to make a big deal out of the engagement ceremony, but Xing Minglan never expected that Xing Minghui would be so shameless. On the next day, there was only 1 day left until Xing Minglan's engagement ceremony. Over the last few days, Xing Xiao had noticed that Jing Yun's mind was entirely on Xing Minglan, and his heart was hanging by a thread for her. What Xing Minglan said that night was like a dream to him. To be honest, did he not have any expectations? That was impossible. But he knew that Xing Minglan was already drunk at the time and was clearly joking. If you're so worried, why don't I give you a few days off and keep fourth sister company? Jing Yun quickly came to his senses at Xing Zhao's teasing voice. I'm sorry, young master. Go. See if fourth sister needs help, or perhaps you need to keep an eye on the Englishman. After all, he knew very well that Jing Yun was just a shell even if he stayed by his side, and it was time for him to groom a new assistant. After all, how much longer could Jing Yun help him? Jing Yun glanced at Xing Xiao but obeyed and left his side. At that, Xianxia called the eldest son of the Lu family. Chief Lu at Xianxia. The other party finally laughed when he heard Xingzhao's voice, but there was a hint of mockery in his voice. I knew it. Knew what? Or did you think that Mu Qiqi is just a 19-year-old girl who can't do anything other than rely on me? That's why you called. As you think, eldest young Master Lu answered honestly. Eldest young Master Lu, I'm very displeased with your attitude. Xingzhao's voice began to turn cold. How about this? I don't think you really care for your wife. Otherwise, why wouldn't you dare to gamble when there's no loss of interest? I will talk to Chia. I don't need your cooperation. We will settle the VVIP night in Huangyao as usual. But I can't guarantee that your wife's attitude towards you will change after that night. Are you threatening me? It's just as you think. Do you think that Mu Qiqi can't do anything with me around? Eldest young Master Lu. He did not consider this relationship at all. He simply did not trust Mu Qiqi. That's it. With that, Xingzhao was about to hang up when eldest Lu suddenly spoke up to stop him. I can work with you. Don't tell Cheer that I called you. This time Xingzhao really did hang up. On the other end, eldest Lu was suddenly curious. From the looks of it, the crown prince did not call because Mu Qiqi asked him to, and Mu Qiqi was not in the know. Moreover, Xingzhao told him not to tell Mu Qiqi. In other words, he wanted to protect Mu Qiqi's pride. It seemed that the rumors were right. The crown prince really did treat his little bride as the apple of his eye. Since Xingzhao was backing him, he could give it a try. After years of being stuck in a marriage, he wanted some change. That afternoon, Mu Qiqi met eldest Lu as she wished, and he was delighted. How do you want me to cooperate? Mu Qiqi was taken aback. Why did eldest Lu suddenly change his mind? What? Didn't you want me to cooperate? I just need you to think of a way to get this set of jewelry. This was polished not long after Huangyao was established. It is priceless. It was originally not for sale, but in order to tide over the difficult times, the CEO of Huangyao auctioned this set of jewelry. I want your wife to become the most beautiful person on that night. I want her to understand that she has a husband who loves her the most. She should be looking down on those despicable people now. So, are you willing to let her shine on the bright night gala? Eldest Lu nodded when he saw the exquisite set of jewelry. It's been years since I gave Zixin a decent gift. This is the perfect time to make up for it. Tell me on time whether you find the set of jewelry or not, or I can prepare something else. Is this what you want me to do? Eldest Lu became even more curious about Mu Qiqi. You're trying so hard to help me save my marriage, just so that Huang Yao's VVIP night could break the usual stalemate? Because that's the crux of the matter. Mu Qiqi did not waste too much of eldest Lu's time, and left the office after she was done. Eldest Lu was even more intrigued now. Just when you thought that this girl was just a rich second-generation heir, she quickly slapped you in the face. Interesting, I finally understand why the crown prince fell in love with her. Chief Lu, Mu Qiqi is not as simple as she seems. His secretary replied. Then let's look for the jewelry. I want to give Zixin a surprise too. Yes, Chief. In fact, Mu Qiqi was not without doubts even after she left the Lu family. Wasn't it strange that she suddenly changed her attitude when she was unhappy to see her 2 days ago? Therefore, when she got home, Mu Qiqi quickly found Xingzhao and climbed onto his thighs to interrogate him. Did you contact that young master of the Lu family behind my back? Xingzhao was unmoved. Did he give you the green light? Was it you? Mu Qiqi tugged at his ears and shook him. Was it you? Only you would dare to twist my ears like that. Xingzhao shielded Mu Qiqi, not letting her fall off his thighs. Can't you let me rely on myself? At most I'll spend twice as much time, but I'll always be able to do it. If you do this, it'll really become your homework this time. I'm just giving you a chance. I might not help you even if you beg me later. Xingzhao said, pressing down on his little one. Chapter 291. That's a promise. You're not allowed to interfere from now on. Whoever does is a pig. Mu Qiqi clung onto Xingzhao's shoulder and made a promise. Xingzhao couldn't help leaning back and looking at Mu Qiqi with a half-smile. Aren't you the pig I'm rearing? How is fourth sister doing? It's almost the engagement ceremony. Will she be all right? You should ask Jing Yun about that. Xiao held her down so that she wouldn't move, tidied up the documents in front of him, picked her up and walked to the bedroom. There was only one night left. How could Minghui not be anxious? Over the last few days she had been making love with this man every day. Wasn't it to change his mind? However, this man until now did not move and she was already anxious. Well, if you don't explain things to Grandpa tonight, I'll give birth to the child when I get pregnant. You'll be in even more trouble when things get out of hand. I haven't used any contraceptives these days, you know. In fact, the Englishman was on the verge of breaking down too. He was obsessed with Minghui. He had thought that he could calm Minghui down first and correct the mistake after the engagement ceremony. But Minghui clearly wanted herself to be the bride-to-be at the engagement ceremony tomorrow. And just as Minghui said she might be pregnant. If that was the case, he could change his bride. So at 8 o'clock that night, Will suddenly called Grandpa Xing and asked for a meeting. Half an hour later, Will's car arrived at Xing Mansion and he went straight to Grandpa Xing's room. But 2 minutes later, Grandpa Xing flew into a rage and barked at the servant, "Get Miss Minghui and Miss Minghui here." Xing Minglan was still at the new company and completely unaware of what was happening when Grandpa Xing suddenly summoned her to the Xing family. Jing Yun followed her, fearing that she might have some problems and need help. When they arrived at Xing Mansion, Xing Minghui was already kneeling in Grandpa Xing's study. "Grandpa, Minglan." Grandpa Xing found it hard to speak. "Xing Minghui, tell your fourth sister yourself." Xing Minghui glanced at the old man and then at Will before rising to her feet and telling Xing Minglan, "Actually, the one who slept with Will that night was me, fourth sister." "What do you mean?" Xing Minglan asked. "What do you want to do before I get engaged?" "Fourth sister, it's true. Because of this, Will and I love each other and want to be together. That's why he wants to break off his engagement with you and get engaged to me." Xing Minglan took 2 steps back at that. "Say that again." "Will wants to replace me as the betrothed bride for tomorrow's wedding. Actually, we've been together for the past few days. We really like each other. He's just afraid of hurting you, so he hasn't said anything. But we don't want to continue making mistakes, so..." Will came to Grandpa and laid his cards on the table. He doesn't want to make a huge mistake. At that, Xing Minglan slapped Xing Minghui. "To put it bluntly, aren't you the one who snatched my fiancé? What was the point of saying so many high-sounding words? *TV. Grandpa drugged my wine that day and you're saying that you were the one with Will? What about me?" Xing Minglan was furious. "Do you think getting engaged is like playing house or shopping? We've already sent out the wedding invitations and everyone knows that I'm getting engaged to Will tomorrow. And now you're trying to snatch my love away? Is this how you treat your sister, seventh sister? Minglan, I don't know where you were that night, but I'm sure that you weren't the one who slept with me. You can go for a checkup." Will had joined Xing Minghui's side. "So, you adulterous couple, what do you want?" "Minglan, don't get so worked up." The old man tried to calm her. Xing Minglan was shaking all over. "Grandpa, you're the one who wanted me to marry Will and you're the one who drugged my wine. You're also the one who wanted me to get engaged to Will. Now, I've resigned myself to fate, but my sister stole my fiancé away. Wouldn't you be worked up if you were me? Tomorrow is the engagement ceremony. It's useless for you to be emotional now. I'm also angry at the two of them, but they've been hanging out together for the past few days. Who knows, they might have a child soon. If you two get engaged tomorrow, won't you be at a disadvantage?" "Grandpa, I won't agree to cancel the engagement. At most, we'll blow things up tomorrow and see who's in the right. Fourth sister, I'm begging you. I really like Will and you won't be happy with him if you force yourself to be with him." "But Grandpa was the one who forced me in the beginning. He didn't even ask me if I'm willing. Anyway, I won't budge no matter what you say. The engagement ceremony will continue tomorrow." "Minglan, you can't do that. Otherwise, the Xing family's reputation would be ruined." The old man stopped her. "Wouldn't people talk about the Xing family if we changed the bride tomorrow?" Xing Minglan asked the old man in return, tears streaming down her face. "I don't agree. Minglan, seventh sister, is shameful, but I'll find a better man for you if she takes your place and gets engaged to Will tomorrow." "There's no need." Xing Minglan yelled in despair. "Grandpa, you're biased towards seventh sister. You think of everything for her, which is why you're sacrificing me. Fine, if that's the case, there's no point in me living. I'd rather die cleanly." With that, Xing Minglan picked up a fruit knife beside her and slit her wrist. The old man was terrified when he saw it. Minglan, silly child. Don't come near me again. You can let seventh sister replace me tomorrow. But let me tell you, from today onwards, I'm no longer a member of the Xing family. If you arrange another marriage for me, I will die in front of you. I mean it. The old man panicked. Put down the knife. I'll promise you anything. Promise me everything, including letting me continue the engagement tomorrow. Well, set me free if you can't, or don't save me. The old man knew very well that it was a huge blow to Xing Minglan, which was why he had to relinquish his control over her. I'll listen to you. I won't force you again. I want you to swear it, or the Xing family will end without descendants. Xing Minglan raised her right hand determinedly. Chapter 292. Remember your vow today. Xing Minglan finally put down her right hand after she heard that. Seventh sister, hurry up and get a doctor for your fourth sister. Grandpa Xing quickly said when he saw that Xing Minglan had relaxed. In fact, Xing Minghui did not expect Xing Minglan to have such a big reaction. So she quickly went up to Xing Minglan and tried to cover her wound. But, no need. Don't touch me. Xing Minglan pushed her away. Don't touch me with your filthy hands. Xing Minghui froze on the spot. Meanwhile, Xing Minglan covered her wound and took 2 steps back. I wish you two the best of luck. I wish that you two will live a long life together and die a horrible death. With that, Xing Minglan glanced at Grandpa Xing as if she was deeply hurt. Then she turned and left Grandpa Xing's study. Minglan. Grandpa Xing wanted to stop his daughter. But why would he stop Xing Minglan? Her fiancé was stolen and her reputation was tarnished. As a grandfather, he could not stand beside Minglan because the engagement ceremony would be held tomorrow. Looking at the 2 culprits behind this incident, Grandpa Xing trembled in anger. As you wish. Get out of my sight now. Grandpa, thank you for helping me. I know you love me the most. Grandpa Xing had no choice. The 2 of them had already confessed their physical relationship. How could he stop them? Did he have to put Xing Minglan in as well? However, no matter what, this matter had caused a great deal of harm to fourth sister. This was the first time he had felt such a deep sense of guilt towards his granddaughter. And that was exactly what Xing Minglan wanted. Late at night, Xing Minglan walked out of Grandpa Xing's room. Jing Yun was shocked when he saw her hand covered in blood. He quickly went up to her. What happened? It's nothing. I cut myself. Let's go to Jingting first. No matter what, we have to stop the bleeding first. With that, Jing Yun dragged Xing Minglan to his old room. He put her on the couch and went to get the first aid kit. Why did you hurt yourself? Jing Yun squatted in front of Xing Minglan and cleaned her wound. Luckily it's not too deep. I just wanted to scare Grandpa. I know what I'm doing. Xing Minglan explained. Jing Yun, you don't have to argue with Grandpa tomorrow. He has promised me that he will not interfere with my marriage or control my life. Don't say anything. I'll bandage it for you. To Jing Yun, the most important thing was her body. Everything else, no matter how excited she was, should not come at the cost of her body. Don't do it again. In that situation just now, I had no other choice. This was the only way for Grandpa to see my pain and determination. Jing Yun quickly bandaged her wound before pulling her up. Let's go to Jingting. Wait. Xing Minglan suddenly remembered something and grabbed his hand instead. Do you remember? I told you that night that I told you and I would get together if I could get away from Grandpa. Jing Yun froze at her words and stared blankly at her. I thought you were drunk. I thought you were drunk. I'm not. I'm sober. Xing Minglan said seriously. Jing Yun's expression was very unnatural. He still wanted to carefully protect his feelings for Xing Minglan, but it was precisely because of his hesitation that Xing Minglan suddenly stood on her tiptoes and kissed him on the cheek. This time Jing Yun was completely dumbfounded. It's fine. Let's go to Jingting first. We will wait for your answer. With that, Xing Minglan walked in front of Jing Yun. Jing Yun's reaction was slow. It was only after a long while that his face turned as red as a cooked lobster. The atmosphere was a little awkward. The 2 did not speak on the way to Jingting. Meanwhile, Xing Minghui had successfully snatched the Englishman from Xing Minglan's hands. Grandpa Xing had decided that she would replace Xing Minglan as the bride-to-be tomorrow. To prevent the guests from being embarrassed, Grandpa Xing had come up with a trick. He would say that the bride's name was wrong. It was not Xing Minglan but Xing Minghui. That way the guests could only accept it. But no one could have imagined that the Xing family would change their bride-to-be at the last minute the night before the engagement ceremony. Mama Xing could not help sighing when she heard about the drama before going to bed. Seventh sister is really bold. She even dared to snatch her brother-in-law. And she did such a shameless thing. What's worse is that we have to explain and smile at her tomorrow. I heard that fourth sister cut her wrists on the spot. I really don't know how disappointed and desperate she is. Papa Xing waved his wife off to let her rest after listening to her nagging. Let the two brothers fight. It has nothing to do with us. The brothers that Papa Xing was referring to were fourth sister and seventh sister's father. If that's the case, fourth sister would definitely not go to the engagement ceremony tomorrow. How sad. Perhaps everyone in the Xing family thought so, especially Xing Minghui. When she saw how devastated Xing Minglan was last night, she was filled with the exhilaration of victory. Will was hers now, and with that her background would have a considerable boost and she would have more confidence in the Xing family in the future. So after the thrilling experience in the study, she danced around in her room. Tomorrow's bride-to-be would be Xing Minghui. If that was the case, Xing Minglan would not appear tomorrow, would she? Although Grandpa Xing had an excuse to the public who could not see the crux of it. If Xing Minglan showed up tomorrow, she would definitely become the target of sympathy. Because she was abandoned by the groom the day before the engagement ceremony. But who would care about Xing Minglan tomorrow? Now it was time for Xing Minghui to get lucky. When Jing Yun brought Xing Minglan to Jing Ting, Xing Xiao and Mu Qiqi were already resting. Xing Xiao frowned when he saw Xing Minglan, who was injured. What happened? Xing Minglan sat on the sofa and told them everything about Xing Minglan stealing her man. Maybe what happened that night gave her the idea to beat me at my own game. That's why there was such a good show tonight. Xing Minglan probably doesn't know how much help she has given me. At this moment, seventh sister must be very pleased with herself because she stole your man from your hands and successfully humiliated you. She didn't have to confront Grandpa Xing directly and even won his guilt. Xing Minglan doesn't know that you are the biggest winner. Xing Xiao took out a glass of red wine from the wine cabinet and poured it for Xing Minglan. Congratulations, fourth sister. I didn't expect things to turn out this way. I had already prepared for the worst. Xing Minglan breathed a sigh of relief. Xing Xiao smiled too. We achieved our goal without sacrificing a single person. We can continue to bide our time. Tomorrow let's focus on watching Xing Minglan's show. Chapter 293. After finishing the wine, Xing Xiao looked at Jing Yun's face and ears, which were all red. What did this guy do to his fourth sister? Since it's seventh sister's turn tomorrow, you should rest in Jing Ting tonight. And I will continue to sleep. You two do as you please. With that, Xing Xiao winked at Mu Qiqi. Understanding his meaning, Mu Qiqi nodded. Me too. I'm suddenly very sleepy. I'll leave this place to you. With that, the couple got up from the sofa and went upstairs one after another. They clearly wanted to give Xing Minglan and Jing Yun some alone time. Knowing their intentions, Xing Minglan blushed and glanced at Jing Yun. If that's the case, you should stay with me. Miss Minglan. Xing Minglan grabbed Jing Yun's arm and made him sit on the sofa. Then she leaned her head against him. If you really don't like me, you can push me away, Jing Yun. Xing Minglan smiled in satisfaction when she saw that Jing Yun did not move. She felt relieved. Jing Yun, do you think I'm old? Of course not. Jing Yun quickly replied. I don't have any power or background. I can't protect you and I don't want to bring trouble to you. Grandpa has promised not to care about me. At least you can slowly think about how to protect me in the next 1 or 2 years. Xing Minglan's voice was very soft, but she mustered a lot of courage. I don't know if it's the right thing to do, but I want to be like Xing Xiao and be loyal to my heart. That way, no matter what happens in the future, at least I would work hard and have no regrets. Isn't the scariest thing in life to be afraid of failure before it even starts? Even if he knew that, Jing Yun was still afraid. Because he knew that some things would be beyond redemption once they started. Xing Minglan sighed when she saw that Jing Yun did not move. You're really frighteningly rational. Jing Yun let Xing Minglan lean on him, but that was all. He was completely holding back his emotions. After all, he had not thought about whether he should start this path of no return. Upstairs, Mu Qiqi peeked at the scene downstairs and couldn't help feeling disappointed. Fourth sister is taking the initiative. What's Jing Yun doing? Afraid that the people downstairs would see them, Xianxia quickly dragged Mu Qiqi into the room. Why are you looking at other people? Don't tell me I haven't fed you enough? Xiao, why do you think Jing Yun is so stubborn? Mu Qiqi did not realize that her pajamas had already been taken off halfway. When she came to her senses, she realized that her earlobe had been bitten by the man. Since fourth sister has already thought it through, Jing Yun will accept his fate sooner or later. Why do you have to worry about him? That's true. Mu Qiqi nodded, only to find that the man's lips were already moving downwards. Don't bite there. Both upstairs and downstairs were filled with warmth. Although Jing Yun did not respond for the entire night, he did not resist, did he? When the sky turned bright, fifth aunt came over and saw the mess in the living room. She knew that she had to prepare breakfast for 4 people today. Because Jing Yun was afraid that fifth aunt would see him, he carried the sleeping Xing Minglan to the guest room. Soon Xianxia and Mu Qiqi got up, and Jing Yun helped fifth aunt to prepare breakfast. Fourth sister, are you not going to the engagement ceremony today? Mu Qiqi asked Jing Yun when she saw that Xing Minglan had not gotten up. Why not? Of course I'm going. Xianxia smiled. How can I miss such a good show? I'll call her. Jing Yun put down the cutlery and said quickly. At the same time in the Xing family, Xing Minglan's belongings had been sent to Xing Minghui's room. Both of them had similar figures, so there was no problem with the dress. Even the ceremony was the same. The only thing that made people uncomfortable was the name on the invitation. Some people in the Xing family only got the news on the second day. The bride had been changed just like that. Seventh sister's parents could not control their daughter at all. Because Grandpa Xing had been taking care of her, they found it ridiculous that something like this happened. But they could not do anything about it. Xiao Qin, you are still in charge of the engagement ceremony today. Don't make any trouble. Grandpa Xing had woken up early in the morning and was getting dressed up. Mama Xing was not willing to take over this responsibility. Seventh sister had gotten what she wanted, but what about fourth sister? I know you feel sorry for fourth sister. But since it has happened, we can only think of a way to make up for it. Fourth sister will not be at the engagement ceremony today, will she? Mama Xing was worried about Xing Minglan's mood. Who could accept her fiancé being snatched away by her sister? She should be with your baby son. Instead of worrying about fourth sister, you should worry about eighth sister. Will he make trouble at the engagement ceremony? Xianxia make trouble? It was impossible. To ensure that nothing bad would happen at the ceremony, Mama Xing called Xianxia in advance. No matter what he was going to do as a mother, she had to be mentally prepared. But when Xianxia heard Mama Xing's worry, he laughed out loud. Mom, you're thinking too much. I won't do anything. After all, the guests here are not blind. It's enough for seventh sister to worry about. Why should I do anything unnecessary? Is fourth sister in a good mood? It doesn't matter whether it's good or bad, Xianxia answered ambiguously. Then you should send someone to take good care of her today so that she won't be sad. Xianxia raised his eyebrows. Did his mother think that Xing Minglan would not attend the ceremony? Moreover, Xing Minglan did not need anyone to take care of her. After getting rid of Grandpa Xing's control, she had a new life. She was in a good mood. Sad? Forget about it. But Xianxia did not tell Mama Xing about this. He was waiting for Xing Minglan to show up and surprise everyone. Thinking of this, Xingxiao's smile brightened. Because there would be a good show today. Because of this, he had to remind Mu Qiqi. Hurry up and pack up. We're going to leave now. Your grandpa will attend the ceremony today. Don't you miss him? Of course I miss him. Mu Qiqi had already changed into a silver A-line dress from Chanel's Haute Couture collection. There was a black satin ribbon tied into a bow around her waist. Mu Qiqi looked especially ethereal when she wore it. Xianxia draped a warm coat over her, and she looked even more delicate and lovely. Where are fourth sister and the others? They will leave a little later. Xianxia smiled playfully. He let the little one hold his arm and they walked out of Jingting together. Chapter 294. In fact, the guests who had arrived early had already raised their questions. It was Xing Minglan on the invitation card. How did the bride become Xing Minghui? Especially the poster at the entrance of the hotel. It was obviously photoshopped. It was so fake. What's going on? Is the Xing family messing with us? The bride-to-be was Xing Minglan yesterday. How did she become Xing Minghui all of a sudden? Well, the guests had their questions. But they could not ask Grandpa Xing alone. Xing Zhao's engagement was already a good show. Could it be that the Xing family's wedding this time would be even more exciting? Everyone had questions, or rather it should be said that the guests all had questions. They really wanted to know why the bride had changed overnight. They just wanted to see if the old man would come out to explain. At 10 o'clock in the morning, Xianxia and Mu Qiqi arrived at the venue. It was different from their engagement ceremony. This time Grandpa Xing was trying his best to make it grand. So it was even more extravagant than the ceremony on the lawn. Although the ceremony was held indoors, the hall that could accommodate 1,000 people was decorated like a vast starry sky. It was indeed stunning. Grandpa Xing did not expect Xing Xiao to entertain the guests. But he still asked him, "How is your fourth sister now? Since you have hurt her, why do you ask?" Xing Xiao would not give him an answer so easily. Seventh sister did go overboard in this matter. But no matter what, I have to wait until the engagement ceremony is over before I settle the score with her. You don't have to look at me like that. I will not do anything out of line today. Xing Xiao knew that Grandpa Xing was afraid that he would stand up for Xing Minglan. But fourth sister would come today. So he would not be needed. Where is Qiqi? She is with Grandpa Xing. Let her entertain her. Grandpa Xing snorted. Then he stopped holding Xing Xiao. On the other hand, Mu Qiqi was sitting beside Grandpa Xing. She was happy when she saw Grandpa and second aunt's family. I haven't seen you for a while. How is everyone? Where's Dad? Your father is recovering now. He has improved a lot. Grandpa Xing said happily. But little Seven, didn't you say that fourth sister is getting engaged today? How did she become seventh brother? Huang Yu couldn't help but start gossiping. How did the bride change overnight? Second aunt, it's a long story. Mu Qiqi explained to Huang Yu softly. This incident happened last night. Huang Yu listened to the gossip and suddenly understood. He was angry too. This Xing Minghui is so shameless. She snatched someone else's fiancé the night before the engagement. No wonder Grandpa Xing's face is so ugly today. We can talk about this in private. Of course. If I tell others, wouldn't I be giving you trouble? Now Huang Yu could understand the ways of the world. She knew that it would be difficult to deal with Mu Qiqi in her in-laws' home. Anyway, let's just wait and watch the show today. At 11 o'clock in the morning, a pair of newlyweds appeared in the venue of the engagement banquet. When the guests saw that the bride-to-be was really seventh sister and not fourth sister, they were immediately shocked. Old Xing began to explain to the guests. I'm really sorry. Someone made a mistake in the name on the invitation. I asked fourth sister to help me prepare for the ceremony, but someone messed it up. When the invitation was sent out, I only realized that I've made a mistake. I'm really sorry for embarrassing myself. Since it was a mistake, why didn't Xing Minglan appear? After listening to the explanation, the guests reluctantly accepted it. Which company did this? Old Xing, you have to find trouble with them. That's right. It's not a mistake at all. It's just a last-minute change. My good friend told me that Xing Minglan was the one who went to make the gown. Even if she was helping to organize the engagement ceremony, she didn't have to help to try on the gown, did she? Someone continued to whisper. Sai, can you ask your friend to find out more about the inside story? It's not easy to find out about other people's private affairs. But I can guarantee that there's something fishy going on. Otherwise, why didn't Xing Minglan appear? Maybe the younger sister stole the older sister's fiancé. The two young ladies stood aside and gossiped. But Xing Minghui, who was not far away, heard it. With her temper, how could she tolerate it? She walked up to them and said, What were you talking about just now? Do I need to steal someone else's fiancé with my status? This engagement was mine from the beginning. Fourth sister was just helping me. Why are you being so fierce? The two young guests were not ordinary people. Everyone is talking about you behind your back. It's not just the two of us. What kind of family is the Xing family? How could they make a mistake with the invitation? Don't tease me. You're the one who deceived yourself. Isn't it obvious? Isn't it because you stole someone else's fiancé during the engagement ceremony? Then you've really misunderstood. Xing Minghui wanted them to stop talking. She whispered to them, "Why can't it be my fourth sister who did something wrong? It's only natural that outsiders don't know about the unsightly things. If not, why would the bride be changed so easily?" The two young ladies were shocked when they heard that. How would they know that Xing Minghui was so despicable? Not only did she steal someone else's fiancé, she even made a false accusation under such circumstances. Soon the news of Xing Minglan's indecent lifestyle spread among the guests. Everyone seemed to understand that the reason for the sudden change of bride was not necessarily because of Xing Minghui. It could also be because of Xing Minglan. Finally, the gossip behind Xing Minghui's back lessened a little. Because everyone was targeting Xing Minglan. Seeing that everyone had misunderstood Xing Minglan, Xing Minghui did not care. Today was her big day. So what if she let fourth sister take the blame? However, when the Xin family heard about it, especially Huang Yu, her face turned pale. "I'm convinced. Seventh sister is really good at making things up." Suddenly, Mu Qiqi looked at Xing Xiao seriously. "This trash. She's still slandering fourth sister. She's really not afraid of making things worse. Then let's make it worse." Xing Xiao looked like he was watching a drama. But the Xing family's reputation? What reputation do we have if she did such a shameful thing? Xing Xiao did not care about that. Since Xing Minghui did it, she must pay the price. Who would want to take advantage of such a good thing? Let's wait for fourth sister to come. Mu Qiqi held Xing Xiao's hand and said, "Gossip is a fearful thing. Their saliva could drown fourth sister. Seventh sister is really ruthless. She did not even give fourth sister a chance to live. Does Grandpa Shen know about it? Look at him. I think he doesn't know about it." Xing Xiao pointed his chin at Grandpa Shen, who was still welcoming the guests. "When will fourth sister come?" Chapter 295. Xing Minglan would arrive eventually. But she would arrive just before the engagement ceremony. After Xing Minghui spread the rumors about Xing Minglan, she felt more confident standing beside Will. After all, she would feel guilty when people were gossiping about her behind her back. Soon the rumor reached Grandpa Xing's ears. His face changed when he heard about it. He glared at Xing Minghui fiercely. If there were not so many guests, he would have turned around and left right away. Xing Minghui had snatched fourth sister's fiancé. He thought that she would feel guilty and be more respectful to fourth sister in the future. But he did not expect that she would treat her own sister like this. "Grandpa, what's wrong?" Xing Minghui asked Grandpa Xing casually when she saw his expression change. Grandpa Xing did not say anything. He turned around and went to the guest area. Because Xing Minghui had predicted that Grandpa Xing would not fall out with her on the spot. And when the ceremony was over, she would find an excuse to cover it up. She knew very well where Grandpa Xing's weakness was. She was bullying Xing Minghui because she would not come today. And no one could speak for Xing Minglan. How could she explain in such an occasion? But just when Xing Minghui was secretly delighted, she saw Xing Minglan appearing at the entrance of the hotel. She was wearing a long black dress. Xing Minglan seemed to have done it on purpose. She was wearing a white dress, while Xing Minglan was wearing a long black dress. She was not as gentle as she used to be. She had changed her aura. Xing Minglan did not look like the obedient fourth sister in the Xing family. Now Xing Minglan and Xing Minghui looked like an angel and a demon in real life. Fourth sister is here. Mu Qiqi was surprised by Xing Minglan's queen aura when she saw her. She was wearing a long black dress and had a bright red lipstick. She looked very powerful. And the guests did not know how the show would turn out when they saw Xing Minglan. The wound on Xing Minglan's wrist was still very obvious. Although she had wrapped it with black gauze, the cut could still be seen. Wouldn't it be more interesting? Xing Minghui had never thought that Xing Minglan could be so magnanimous. She dared to come to the engagement ceremony. Will and old Xing were equally stunned when they saw Xing Minglan. Then Mama Xing walked to Xing Minglan and pulled her aside. "Minglan, you, Aunt, I'm fine," Xing Minglan said to her casually. "Since it's a big matter for the Xing family, how can I not be there?" But now the whole hall was talking about Xing Minglan's private life and her engagement was broken off. It would have been fine if she was not here and could not hear it. But now that she was here, those rumors would definitely reach her ears. Wouldn't that hurt her even more? Fourth bro, actually everyone understands. You don't have to come all the way here. Aunt, I'm not as weak as you think. After Xing Minglan told Mama Xing, she walked up to Grandpa Xing and Xing Minghui as if nothing had happened. Congratulations, seventh sister. Xing Minghui's palms were sweating. After all, she had dared to spread the rumor because Xing Minglan was not around. But now, Xing Minglan was right in front of her. Thank you, fourth sister. Xing Minghui's face looked terrible. Fourth sister, you can rest at home. Grandpa won't force you to attend. Since it's seventh sister's engagement ceremony, wouldn't it be more convincing for me as her sister to help her explain that the invitation was printed with the wrong name? But now it was no longer about the invitation. Grandpa Xing's face looked terrible too. The engagement ceremony is about to start. We'll talk later. You go and look for Xianxia. Grandpa Xing did not let her entertain the guests but asked her to look for Xianxia. What kind of logic was that? Xing Minglan glanced at Xing Minghui and nodded. Hey, I'll go now. In fact, Xing Minglan was very nervous throughout the whole process. She was afraid that Xing Minglan would find out about her spreading the rumor. At that moment there was only one thought in her mind. And that was for the engagement ceremony to start as soon as possible. Xing Minglan walked up to Xing Minglan and asked her in confusion, "What's wrong, seventh sister? You look like a mouse seeing a cat. Of course you did something shameful again." Xianxia answered for Xing Qiqi slowly. "What do you mean? The guests suspect that she stole your fiancé. But she said that you have a bad sex life in order to clear her name. So the engagement was cancelled." Mu Qiqi explained to Xianxia. "Now all the guests think that you were caught in the act by that Englishman. So the engagement was cancelled." Xing Minglan smiled when she heard what Mu Qiqi said. No wonder she was sweating when she looked at me just now. No wonder Grandpa asked me to come to you instead of greeting the guests. Fourth sister, what are you going to do? It's true that it's her engagement ceremony today. But I'm not that magnanimous to put up with her groundless slander. Just wait and see. Xing Minglan did not show her anger immediately. She did not tell Mu Qiqi and the others what she was going to do. Sometimes when people were extremely angry, they would think of 1,000 ways to take revenge. And now she was thinking about what kind of price she should make seventh sister pay. Before the engagement ceremony started, Grandpa Xing arranged for the guests to enter the hall. Then he pulled Xing Minglan aside and said, "Fourth sister, what do you want to say, Grandpa? Are you asking me to put up with it for the sake of the big picture?" Xing Minglan asked. Grandpa Xing took a deep breath and said helplessly, "Just put up with it until tonight." Xing Minglan did not say anything. She walked past Grandpa Xing and waited until their backs were against each other. Then she said, "Grandpa, this is the second time you choose to sacrifice me. Minglan, do you think I will believe you?" Grandpa Xing was stunned. But when he turned around, Xing Minglan had already disappeared from his sight. Grandpa Xing felt very sad. He felt that he owed fourth sister a lot. More importantly, he did not know what fourth sister was going to do next. So he could only be on high alert. Even if this matter was exposed in the end, it was Xing Minglan's fault. Since she had gotten the sweetness, she should know when to stop. But unexpectedly, she dared to challenge Xing Minglan's bottom line again and again. It seemed that today's engagement ceremony would not be easy. Chapter 296. The security guard was stunned. If he had known that he would have locked her up, wouldn't it have been better to trap her at home? Perhaps none of them expected that Xing Minglan would really show up. "Grandpa, the engagement ceremony is about to begin. Fourth sister, do you know what you have done?" Grandpa Xing glared at Xing Minghui. "I really didn't know that you could be so cruel. Your sister's fiancé was stolen by you. And what about you? You are spreading rumors about her everywhere." "I had no choice." Xing Minghui quickly admitted defeat. "Grandpa, look, it's my big day today. But all the guests are talking about me. I just wanted to divert their attention. And I didn't say anything bad about fourth sister." Before the ceremony began, they were talking in the bride-to-be's lounge. You know that gossip is a fearful thing. Even a white lie might be turned into a black one. Didn't you do it on purpose? Grandpa, even if you want to punish me, can you wait until after the ceremony is over? And when the ceremony was over, she would use her pregnancy as an excuse to avoid physical punishment from Grandpa Sheng. She would only be lectured verbally. She had heard it since she was young. So there was nothing to be afraid of. Grandpa Sheng didn't say anything else. He walked out of the lounge. But Xing Minglan came in. When their eyes met, Xing Minghui felt a little awkward. Fourth sister, why aren't you here? Don't you know very well why I'm here? Xing Minglan asked Xing Minghui calmly. Fourth sister, I don't understand what you mean. If I didn't come today, were you going to let me take the blame for this? Xing Minglan continued to ask Xing Minghui. How about this? I won't ask for too much. After the engagement ceremony is over, you can clarify this matter and I won't pursue it anymore. Otherwise, I don't know what I will do. Fourth sister, please forgive me this time. I really didn't do it on purpose. Don't try to trick me. I've been tricked by you too many times. Xing Minglan was unmoved. You have two choices. Either you clarify it or none of us will have a good time. Xing Minghui was afraid. She could only calm Xing Minglan down. Fourth sister, don't be so agitated. I understand what you mean. I promise you. But the ceremony is about to start. I'll go there first. Having said that, Xing Minghui picked up her gown and walked out of the lounge. At the same time, she closed the door behind her. After that, she had someone guard the lounge to prevent Xing Minglan from coming out. In fact, it was Grandpa Xing's idea. But would it be better to just close her off? It wasn't like she didn't bring her phone with her. It's not like this is some sealed space. Everything can be settled with just a call from Jing Yun, isn't it? Meanwhile, in the banquet hall, the engagement ceremony was about to begin. Mu Qiqi was a little worried when she saw that Xing Minglan had gone to the washroom for a long time. But Xing Xiao held her down. Jing Yun is protecting fourth sister. What does that have to do with you? I'm just worried that seventh sister will find a way to trap fourth sister. If you could think of that, why wouldn't fourth sister? Xing Xiao retorted. Mu Qiqi glared at him and pinched his palm. Is it fun to tease me? On the stage, the MC was already in position. And the newlyweds walked to the center of the stage. All the lights in the hall shone on the newlyweds. When the MC was about to read the vows, a black figure appeared in the long aisle. All the guests saw her walking straight to the newlyweds. Then she grabbed Xing Minghui with one hand and gave her a loud slap with the other. All the guests were stunned. Meanwhile, old Xing shuddered all over. What was meant to come would come. You shameless thing. Not only did you steal my fiancé on the night before the engagement, you even shamelessly spread rumors that I'm a promiscuous person. Don't think that I have to give in to you just because you are my sister. Everyone was stunned. Especially Xing Minghui herself. She quickly looked at Grandpa Xing, who was sitting at the guest table. Her expression was pleading for help. Grandpa Xing wanted to look at the big picture. He stood up. But when he opened his mouth, Xing Minglan interrupted him. She stole my fiancé last night. Grandpa, you are biased towards her. Fine. I don't want this engagement anymore. Today I came to the hall and found out that this bitch spread rumors about me. But you are still biased towards her. Do you want me to let her go this time? But she locked me in the lounge so that I wouldn't stop her from getting engaged. I'm not human if I keep tolerating her. Xing Minghui, I don't have to give in to you every time. Not today, not in the future. I'll give this scumbag to you. You don't have to thank me, but you stole him from me. You better get this straight. If there's a next time and you use me as your scapegoat, I'll still do what I did today and ruin your reputation. With those words, Xing Minglan looked at Grandpa Xing. It doesn't matter if you acknowledge me as your granddaughter. Because in my heart you're already dead. And with that series of face-slapping moves, Xing Minglan walked down the stage in front of all the guests. She held her head high and puffed out her chest. Her aura was so powerful that the guests had their fill of a good show. What did her actions mean? Nothing else. She was no longer a member of the Xing family. Because of Grandpa Xing's coercion, she had no choice but to stay in the Xing family. That was why she simply gave up everything and did not care about anything. It was a life and death struggle for both sides. Grandpa Xing was powerless to change anything. Because he had hurt Xing Minglan too much. He knew very well that this granddaughter of his really hated the Xing family. She was no longer willing to consider herself a member of the Xing family or his granddaughter. Hence the scene suddenly froze. Xianxia, however, was clapping. The guests followed suit. Of course, their applause was not for Xing Minghui but for Xing Minglan. Chairman Xing, do you want to continue? The MC asked Grandpa Xing after a long pause. Grandpa Xing was strong enough. He simply waved his hand as if nothing had happened. Let's continue. However, everyone now knew how the newlyweds on the stage had betrayed their sister, and even rubbed salt into her wound. Blessing her? Was Xing Minghui worthy? She was such a despicable woman. She had stolen someone else's fiancé. She should have some self-awareness. She even tried to shift the blame to someone else at the engagement party. How shameful was she? Chapter 297. After the ceremony, Grandpa Xing immediately called the butler of the Xing family and got an answer from him. Miss Minglan has moved out. I couldn't stop her no matter what. I understand. Grandpa Xing took a deep breath. He had to admit that he was worried enough about his grandchildren. But how could he not worry? Did Xing Xiao ever think about the future of Huang Yao when he brought Mu Qiqi back, who was useless to him? And now that the scandal of the Xing family was out, there was no telling how long people would laugh at them. So, was Xing Minghui really happy after she got engaged to the Englishman? She would probably find a hole to hide in after the ceremony and never come out again. But she still had to face the guests. After entering the lounge, she cried even more miserably. Grandpa, how could fourth sister treat me like that in front of everyone? She treated you the same way you treated her. Moreover, you should be satisfied that fourth sister has moved out of the Xing family. Grandpa Xing was so angry that his chest hurt. Xing Minghui stopped crying when she heard that. Wasn't it a good thing that Xing Minglan moved out? She was the only granddaughter in the Xing family now. Wouldn't Grandpa Xing love her even more? And if Xing Minglan left the Xing family, it meant that she was no longer the young lady of the Xing family. She had given up on the protection of the Xing family. Was that what he meant? Don't ever come back if you can. After arguing with Grandpa Xing, Xing Minghui returned to the banquet hall. But when she saw the mocking looks from the guests, she felt terrible all over. She really stole sister's fiancé and slandered her sister for having a bad lifestyle. How could there be such a bitch in the Xing family? Isn't that right? If I were her, I would have killed myself on the spot to get back some dignity. I really didn't expect that she still has the face to get engaged to the Englishman. She's the most shameless person in Jianchuan. The guests were mocking her everywhere in the washroom. But what could Xing Minghui do? She never thought that Xing Minglan could be so ruthless. She was bitterly disappointed. Finally, I see seventh sister getting hurt. Fourth sister was so cool just now. Mu Qiqi had a private discussion with Xing Xiao after lunch. Shouldn't we retire after we've succeeded? Go and tell Grandpa that we are going to celebrate the establishment of fourth sister's new company. Fourth sister's new company is being established today too? Mu Qiqi covered her mouth in surprise. Then let's hurry. With that, Mu Qiqi pulled Xing Xiao to old Xing. Xing Minghui was there too. It's about time we should go. Xing Xiao, you must have laughed at me behind my back. Seventh sister said sourly. Especially Qiqi. You're so happy. Don't try to shift your hatred to someone else. You should be thankful that I didn't do anything today. If I had interfered, don't you know what would have happened to you? Xing Xiao mocked Xing Minghui, ignoring the fact that she had hurt Mu Qiqi. Xing Minghui said nothing. All right, that's enough, Grandpa Xing said to Xing Xiao. Let's go back. There's no point in staying here anyway. Grandpa. Xing Xiao smiled and led Mu Qiqi out of the hotel. But Xing Minghui did not stop complaining. Grandpa, fourth sister has always been gentle. Don't you think it's strange that she suddenly exploded? It's all because of you. Just stop. Don't cause trouble for Mu Qiqi before the VVIP night. I don't need you to attract hatred for me anymore. Yes, Grandpa. Xing Minghui said angrily. Everything depended on the VVIP night of Huang Yao. Although she had been trampled on by Xing Minglan today, she would make Xing Minglan regret it one day. On the other hand, Xing Minglan had officially moved out of the Xing family and announced the establishment of a new company. And now, she was at the entrance of the new company, holding a ribbon-cutting ceremony with the other shareholders. It was not a big deal to leave the Xing family, because from today onwards she would rely on herself. As for the old man, he wouldn't dare to come over and obstruct them openly. She had to admit that she had purposely blown things up today. She wanted everyone to know that Grandpa Xing owed her. And because of that, Grandpa Xing did not dare to interfere too much with her decision. Soon Xing Xiao and the other two arrived at Xing Minglan's important moment. But they did not approach her and watched from afar. It was only when the event was over that Mu Qiqi greeted Xing Minglan. "Fourth sister. Why are you so late? We have been watching from the side." Xing Xiao raised a brow at her. "You left just now and missed everyone's applause. I think I should make it up to you now." Xing Minglan laughed and punched Xing Xiao's chest. "Don't make fun of me." Xing Xiao smiled and approached Xing Minglan. He whispered into her ear so that Jing Yun could not hear. "To celebrate the establishment of your new company, I have a gift for you." "What is it? Didn't you want to know who that Zhao Lin is before? She's right beside me." Xing Xiao did not put it bluntly, but Xing Minglan understood. What Xing Xiao meant was that the owner of the gold card was Jing Yun. "What do you think? Do you like this gift? Since you've given me one, you wouldn't mind if I ask for another one, would you?" Xing Minglan was being generous now. "My new company has just been established and I lack an experienced assistant. If you really want to give me a gift, I want Jing Yun." Jing Yun, who was standing beside them, was stunned. Xing Xiao, however, appeared prepared. "Well, it depends on whether you have the ability to make Jing Yun agree. Just wait and see." Mu Qiqi watched as the siblings chatted and laughed, and suddenly felt that Xing Minglan's brilliance as the CEO could not be concealed. Xing Minglan's aura had also changed from the tactful and forbearing Xing Minglan to a domineering woman with an indestructible body. "You can start hooking up right now." With those words, Xing Minglan turned with Mu Qiqi and told Jing Yun, "You stay." Jing Yun was speechless. "Shaoqi's Huang Yao VVIP night. Just let me know if you need anything." Xing Minglan shouted at their backs. But Xing Xiao waved her off, gesturing that Cheer did not need any help. Jing Yun was left to face Xing Minglan alone. "Miss Minglan." Chapter 298. Looking at Xing Minglan's smile, Jing Yun knew that it was a poison that looked like a candy. So he replied, "You've gained your freedom after much difficulty. It's not worth it if you lose it because of me. The company has just started. I do need a helper by my side." Xing Minglan knew that Jing Yun was a very serious person. Once he teased someone, he would become serious. It was really frustrating. So she changed her tone to a businesslike one. "There are many talents in the world. Miss Minglan would definitely be able to find someone capable. Then should I find a man to be with me day and night?" Jing Yun was speechless. "It's fine if he's a good person. But what if it's someone like Will? Or even Leng Feng?" Xing Minglan made Jing Yun speechless. He could only admit defeat. Now that Xing Minglan was not with the Xing family, she could not get the direct protection of Huang Yao. "I'll help you for 2 months. I'll leave after you've mastered everything." "All right." Xing Minglan flashed a victorious smile. Although she knew that it was too much to test Jing Yun step by step, Jing Yun was a man who had no other tricks up his sleeves. He was just that restrained, stubborn and loyal. Xing Minglan suddenly felt the urge to cry when she thought of the money in the gold card. It was probably all Jing Yun's savings in his life, not for anything else. He had already handed over his wife's account. But he still had no intention of dating. Jing Yun was probably the dumbest person in the world. On the other hand, Xing Minghui's engagement ceremony ended hastily after a grand ceremony. After all, Grandpa Xing did not want to stay in the hotel and be criticized by others. Moreover, he had yet to settle the score with Xing Minghui. So when Xing Minghui stepped through the front door of the Xing family, she was met with Grandpa Xing's punishment. Xing Minghui was taken aback. She glanced at her fiancé. "Help me." "Oh, Grandpa, don't do that." Will quickly stood in front of Xing Minghui. "Get out of my way," Grandpa Xing said directly to Will. "This is an internal affair of the Xing family. You are not a true member of the Xing family yet. Just watch from the side." Helpless, Will dodged aside while Grandpa Xing walked up to Xing Minghui and slapped her. You've stolen your fourth sister's fiancé, slandered her and forced her to leave, shaming the Xing family. Do you think I won't settle this score with you? Xing Minghui's eyes widened. Grandpa. Xing Minghui wanted to resist, but she did not have the guts. Do you still want to quibble? With that, the old man hit him with the rod again. Grandpa, what if I get pregnant soon? Aren't you afraid of injuring my body by hitting me like this? When the old man heard this, he hit her again. I know very well where I hit. I can't hurt your stomach. When Xing Minghui saw that her attack was useless, she knelt on the ground. You can kill me for someone who has left the family. Grandpa Xing got even angrier after hearing that. He attacked even more fiercely. I really want to kill you. Don't think that I won't dare to do anything to you. I've spoiled you too much. That's why you're so arrogant. How dare you sacrifice your own sister? Go kneel in the Xing family's ancestral hall for 3 days. Otherwise, get out of the Xing family. Grandpa, there is no room for negotiation. Kneel or get out. Xing Minghui was resentful. But she did not dare to disobey or resist. The skin on her back was torn. But Grandpa Xing did not send anyone to get her a doctor. He did not allow anyone to touch her these days. Compared to Xing Minghui's sadness, Xing Minghui's pain was nothing. Unfortunately, Xing Minghui might not want to return to the Xing family for the rest of her life. On the other hand, although Xing Minghui was kneeling in the ancestral hall, Wu secretly went to see her. He even brought her food. How dare the old man treat me like this? I am his granddaughter. It's fine if he is biased towards fourth sister. We can still fight. Look, no matter how forgiving Grandpa Xing was toward her, as long as he sided with Xing Minglan once, Xing Minghui would lose her balance and become unreasonable. Mama Xing told Xing Xiao about seventh sister's punishment of kneeling in the ancestral hall the next day, but Xing Xiao only sneered after he heard about it. Now that seventh sister has will, she would only be more unbridled in the Xing family. The old man had only punished fourth sister to kneel in the ancestral hall after she was hurt so badly. If seventh sister has a son or daughter, no one would have a good life in the future. Yes. Your grandfather always seems biased towards you. But the truth is he just wants to control you the most. He never cares about your feelings. You still know. Xing Xiao smiled. Eighth brother, I know that your grandfather has caused your fourth sister to be in this state. If you and Mu Qiqi are to get married in the future, it will not be easy. However, I will always be on your side. No matter what your grandfather wants to do, I will do my best to protect Mu Qiqi. Mom, remember what you said today. If something happens to us, you must protect Qi first. Mama Xing nodded solemnly. She knew what Mu Qiqi meant to Xing Xiao. He was half his life. How's the preparation for Xiao Qi's VVIP night? Let's wait for 2 more days. When Qi has confirmed something, let the planning department have a meeting with her. She will need to use some resources. I will arrange it. Mama Xing said and left her son's office. Of course, she had to wait outside during the meeting. Otherwise, the planning department would bully her little wife because she was only 18 years old. Since she had promised her son, she would do her best to fulfill it. As a mother, she only wanted her son to be happy at this age. Nothing else mattered. Xing Minghui knelt in the ancestral hall for 3 whole days. On the day she came out of the hall, she heard that Mu Qiqi was going to have a meeting with the planning department of Huangyao. I really don't know what grandfather is thinking. Handing such an important matter to a girl. Isn't he afraid that the VVIP night of Huangyao will be turned into a child's play? What was even more ridiculous was that she wanted to take Mu Qiqi's credit. If Mu Qiqi did not have Xing Xiao by her side, she would be nothing. Huangyao would only be her dream in her next life. Since you are out, you better behave yourself. Grandpa Xing warned Xing Minghui. Grandfather, I heard that Mu Qiqi is going to Huangyao for a meeting. Chapter 299. What was Mu Qiqi waiting for? She wanted to make sure that eldest Lu could find the whereabouts of the jewelry and was confident enough to get it. After getting the answer, Mu Qiqi took a day off from school and went to Huangyao for a meeting. She was a little nervous when she thought about it. After all, it was the place where Xiao had been fighting. Now that she was going there, it was a strange feeling. The meeting starts at 9 o'clock. Mom's secretary will be your assistant. She will help you print out the documents and coordinate. Mom will be there too? Mom will be at the door. She is afraid that you will be nervous. But she is more afraid that you will be bullied. Xianxia adjusted the collar of Mu Qiqi's coat. Then he hugged her and kissed her on the forehead. You can take charge without me, right? Of course. Mu Qiqi smiled and waved the documents in her hand. Xianxia did not read the proposal because he trusted his little one. Then they got into the car and went to Huangyao. When they arrived at Huangyao, Xianxia held Mu Qiqi's hand as they walked through the door. The employees of Huangyao were overjoyed when they saw the legendary bride. All these years, everyone had been guessing what kind of woman could win the crown prince's heart. They had guessed all kinds of women, but they did not expect it to be a 19-year-old girl. In Huangyao, some of the talented women were upset when they found out that they had lost to a little girl. Moreover, not only did she win their idol, she even came to the company for a meeting because she was the planner of Huangyao's latest VVIP event. What a fantasy world. Everyone watched as Xianxia led Mu Qiqi to the meeting room and sent her to the door. When Mama Sheng's secretary saw Xianxia and Mu Qiqi, she went up to them and greeted them respectfully. Crown Prince, young madam. I will leave her to you. Xianxia kissed Mu Qiqi's forehead and left the meeting room. Young madam, the planning department is on standby. Do you have any documents that you need me to prepare for you? Please make copies of these for me. Mu Qiqi handed the documents to the secretary. Since she was Mama Sheng's secretary, she naturally trusted her. About 2 minutes later, the secretary returned to Mu Qiqi with the documents and said, "It's almost time. Let's go in." How many people are there in the planning department? About 15. 15 people, and not one of them can come up with an outstanding proposal? The secretary smiled and pushed the door open for Mu Qiqi. Mu Qiqi walked in and saw a group of lifeless employees. This was the current planning department of Huangyao. There was no vitality at all. Among them there were 4 old employees, all male for female, and the rest were all young men. Mu Qiqi could see from their eyes that they did not trust her at all. Of course, she was young and a layman. How could she shoulder such a heavy responsibility? However, Mu Qiqi did not mind their amused gazes, and simply had her secretary pass down the copied documents. But this kind of untidy plan really made people have no desire to open it. But Mu Qiqi was not in a hurry. She walked to the main seat and greeted everyone. Hello everyone. I am Mu Qiqi, the planner of Huangyao's VVIP night. I hope that you can take care of me in the next 10 days. Then there was a soft round of applause. Now here is the content of the event that I am going to talk about. Please take a look at it. Miss Mu, there is no way to read such a plan. One of the old employees started to pick holes in the plan. This is not done by a professional. You can't let us get the key information in a simple way. I am very worried about this event. Aren't you still worried without me? Mu Qiqi was not afraid of the old man taking advantage of his seniority. You said that there is no way to read this plan? Have you opened it? What is written on the first page? The old man did not expect such a sharp response from Mu Qiqi. He was stunned. Let's do it this way. I know that at this moment, it is indeed a bit difficult for all of you who have worked for a few years or even decades, to listen to a little girl like me talk about planning. Close all the plans and let's get to know each other first. The secretary was worried for Mu Qiqi. She knew that although the people in the planning department could not come up with a plan, they were still old foxes. They looked down on others just because of their seniority. What's more, Mu Qiqi was an outsider. Miss Mu, forgive me for being blunt. You are a forensic student. Do you even know what a plan is? If you know about planning, haven't Huangyao been stagnant for so many years? Mu Qiqi retorted. The purpose of Huangyao's VVIP night is to repay the distinguished guests who have taken good care of Huangyao over the past year. It is also to promote the event and warm up for the next event. Not only do we have to make the old customers feel that they are still respected, but we also have to make the new guests feel that Huangyao's service is as good as diamonds. Which one of these have you achieved? I have read the briefings of your department for the past 3 years. Is your brain empty? You have no idea at all. You are just following the tradition. While you are doubting me, think about what you have done in your position. Mu Qiqi's words hit the nail on the head. The old man was speechless and could only shut up. Why does Grandpa want to use a newbie like me this time? It is simple. He feels that there is no need to keep the planning department. Everyone has been racking their brains to keep their jobs. But year after year you have been doing it half-heartedly. Do you really think that grandpa is a fool? So he asked me, a newbie, to give you a reminder. If you continue like this, will you believe it? Next year, the people sitting here for the meeting will not have me, and neither will you. After hearing Muqiqi's words, everyone began to feel fearful. So it's up to you whether or not you want to cooperate with me. If you're willing to cooperate, I'll take full responsibility if anything goes wrong. But if you don't want to cooperate, then I advise you to apply for resignation after you walk out of here. Otherwise you'll be fired and lose face. The secretary was standing beside Muqiqi. She was completely stunned when she heard what she said. What a beautiful show of kindness and power. She was indeed the crown prince's fiancée. So, what do you choose? The 15 people looked at each other. In the end, they chose to cooperate with Muqiqi. Chapter 300. If you had done this earlier, you wouldn't have wasted everyone's time. Muqiqi retracted her sharp gaze. Then, everyone started to open the proposal in their hands. At the same time, Muqiqi began to explain. In recent years, the most important reason to stop Huang Yao's activities is because of the grudge between the sisters-in-law of the Lu family. As long as they are together, they will definitely make the whole banquet unpleasant. Because they are all distinguished guests of Huang Yao, we can't just invite one of them. It's understandable that you are afraid. But why didn't anyone think of solving this problem? We are just nobodies. How can we have the guts? Some people finally began to express the helplessness in their hearts. Those with power and influence don't even see us as human beings. As long as we make a mistake, we will lose our jobs. Who doesn't have a family waiting to feed? What I'm concerned about is, have you thought of solving it? Muqiqi asked again patiently. Everyone looked at each other and shook their heads. All right. Have you finished reading my proposal? Everyone lowered their heads and buried themselves in Muqiqi's proposal again. When page after page of activity schedules appeared in front of everyone, almost everyone's eyes had already completed the process of going from being dull to being excited. Wonderful. Really. What a smart idea. Excellent. Everyone began to praise her in unison. Why didn't you think of separating the two of them into two different venues? If they don't meet each other, they will naturally not quarrel or cause trouble. In the past, we had to consider the budget and cost. But if we combine the VIPs of Huang Yao with the publicity this time, we can save on the budget. The publicity department will also cooperate and we will have more resources. Seeing that everyone agreed with her proposal, Muqiqi began to explain in detail. Eldest young Master Lu has already agreed to cooperate and found the precious jewelry that was auctioned in Huang Yao, which is equivalent to Huang Yao's classic diamond series. The most popular thing now is retro. I've also seen the latest trend abroad. It's a cycle of 10 years and it's time for the classic and retro series to make their debut. That's right. On the other hand, Second Madam's focus is on the young range. Let her outshine all the others and she won't care about quarrels or grudges anymore. I know Second Madam well. She likes new things the most, so she also represents vitality. Letting her try on the new products can satisfy her vanity, and at the same time promote it. As for this side, arrange for people to prepare. There must be something in common between the two events. That is, the images of the other party's event will be displayed on the screens. This will give people the illusion that Huang Yao is holding the same event, but in two different spaces. Most importantly, the entire event must be kept secret. There is no need to leave the address of the event in the invitation letter, because the people from Huang Yao will personally pick them up. This will prevent the information of the two venues from being leaked, and also ensure that the guests are sent to different venues, especially eldest Madam Lu and youngest Madam Lu. Also, since it is the night of giving back, we must show Huang Yao's sincerity. When the new products are released, we must give the guests the gifts they like and be considerate. What about giving discounts? The people in the planning department began to have questions. Rich people don't care about money. If you give them discounts, it will be an insult to them. So improving the quality of service is the key, Muqiqi answered directly. Miss Mu is right. I've met a couple of rich ladies who went to buy something. At that time the item was already sold out. The salesperson told them that they could exchange it for something else and they would give them discounts. In the end, the rich ladies threw money at them because they were not short of money. Slowly, everyone's attitude towards this 19-year-old girl began to change. First of all, she would take care of everything. She would first understand the details, and before doing anything she would be fully prepared. Second of all, she was brave and smart. Moreover, she was bold and sharp. In the end, a 19-year-old girl had won against all of them who had worked for most of their lives. This made the people in the planning department feel ashamed. On the other hand, Mama Sheng's secretary had not seen the planning department being so energetic for a long time. The meeting lasted for 2 hours, but everyone learned a lot. In the end, Mu Qiqi made arrangements for the people in the planning department according to what they were good at. She even warned them mischievously, "To be honest, Grandpa sent me here because he wants me to embarrass myself with you. If you want to ensure that the event goes smoothly, don't let anyone find out about the plan. We must keep it a secret. If I'm framed, then this event will be very difficult. Don't worry, Miss Mu. Let me ask you one last question. Did the Crown Prince give you these things?" Mu Qiqi was about to answer when Xianxia finished his meeting. He came in from the door. In fact, he had been standing at the door for a while. Everyone watched as he walked up to the staff and casually flipped through the proposal. "Although I see her tinkering with it every day, this is the first time I've seen the content. Do you think she needs me to teach her?" Everyone laughed when they heard that. "I'm afraid she doesn't need to. Then why don't you just trust your intuition? Is that enough? I'm going to bring my little one to lunch." "Go ahead, Crown Prince. Goodbye, Miss Mu." Everyone closed the document and stood up. "Take care of your documents. Everyone keep a low profile." Before Mu Qiqi left, she reminded everyone that she was not guarding against anyone. It was just the scheming old man. Mama Sheng's secretary followed behind them. She admired Mu Qiqi from the bottom of her heart. When they were far away, she returned to Mama Sheng. "Madam, are you really not going to consider working in Huangyao? It is my first time seeing the planning department being so active. Moreover, young madam's way of solving problems is really ingenious." "Really?" Mama Sheng smiled. Her ingenuity is totally different from the Crown Prince's style. The Crown Prince is cynical. But young madam is full of energy and initiative. Everything she does is to promote Huangyao. She's really not simple. Mama Sheng was looking forward to how exciting the VVIP night of Huangyao would be after hearing the secretary's praise of Mu Qiqi. The Crown Prince has good taste. I can understand why he likes young madam so much now. The other departments did not know what Mu Qiqi had said to them in the meeting room. But when they entered the meeting room, the planning department was like a dead fish. But now they came back to life. It was unbelievable. Chapter 301. Grandpa Xing was waiting for the employees of Huangyao, especially the planning department, to complain about Mu Qiqi. But to his surprise, nothing happened. The planning department even dragged the publicity department into it. Everyone was carrying out the event in an orderly manner. Grandpa Xing found it unbelievable. So, when Mama Xing got home, he called her into the study and asked, "Is the VVIP event already in preparation?" "Yes, it's going well." Mama Xing answered. "Mu Qiqi planned it?" "Yes, father." Mama Xing nodded. Eighth brother must have intervened. Mu Qiqi planned it all by herself. Eighth brother did not interfere at all. Mama Xing answered in a neither servile nor overbearing manner. "Didn't you ask Mu Qiqi to do this to test her ability? Or is it that you want to see her being ridiculed?" "What are you talking about?" "I'm just surprised. Since everything is going well, let's see how the VVIP night turns out. Also, I heard that fourth sister has set up a new company." After hearing that, Mama Xing looked at Grandpa Xing seriously and asked sincerely, "Father, do you think that fourth sister still cares about the Xing family? Let's not talk about anything else, but regarding seventh sister's matter, you're too biased towards her. Since you've set fourth sister free, don't meddle in her private affairs anymore. Otherwise she might really be forced into a corner by you. Fourth sister has always been a good child. What kind of grudge could force her to cut her wrist? Don't you know it in your heart?" Grandpa Xing had nothing to say, because he owed Xing Minglan too much in this matter. And seventh sister. She is the only granddaughter in the family now. When fourth sister was around, she was spoiled and arrogant. Now that fourth sister is gone, she is even more lawless. Father, I am not afraid of you saying that I am a busybody. If this goes on, seventh sister will get into trouble sooner or later. Grandpa Xing took a deep breath and nodded. You can leave now. Let me think about it. He must not interfere with Xing Minglan's matter anymore. Otherwise, as Mama Xing said, fourth sister might be driven to death. Remembering what seventh brother had been doing recently, old Xing's heart began to ache again. However, he reaped what he sowed. After Xing Minglan founded her new company, Jing Yun kept his promise and transferred from Huang Yao to Xing Minglan's new company. However, everything was still not on track due to the establishment of the new company. That was why Xing Minglan did not get a chance to talk to him even though they were in the same office for the first 2 days. Chief Xing, please sign here. Jing Yun put a pile of documents in front of Xing Minglan. These are the confirmed partners. I've already signed the contract. Now I'm waiting for you to sign it. It's time to get off work. Let's have a meal together. Xing Minglan took the documents and said to Jing Yun. I have a dinner party tonight. Are you talking about cooperation as well? Xing Minglan asked. Jing Yun did not say anything, which meant that he agreed. If that's the case, let's go together. I've been enjoying the fruits of your labor for the past few days. You didn't even give me a chance to do anything. You've done everything and delivered it to me. Are you in such a hurry to get rid of me? Xing Minglan sounded disappointed. Chief Xing, every step you take now must be steady. Because without the protection of the Xing family, the outside world will not give you any face. Ahem. Xing Minglan was about to explain when she inadvertently coughed twice. Jing Yun was taken aback. I'm sorry. I was too impatient. Let's deal with this tomorrow. It's late now. I'll send you home first. I'm just a little tired. Jing Yun stayed up late. She stayed up late too. It was just that Jing Yun did not know. Scope. Jing Yun did not allow her to resist. He took her coat and dragged her to the parking lot of the company. The chairman should know about the establishment of your new company. But with Madam covering for you, there shouldn't be any threats for the time being. As long as Miss Minglan doesn't come looking for trouble. Xing Minglan said nothing. She simply sat in the car and soon fell asleep on the seat. Jing Yun saw that she had fallen asleep. He did not wake her up when they reached home. He just stayed by her side without a word. But Xing Minglan slept until midnight. When she woke up, it was already 1 o'clock in the morning. Xing Minglan was startled. She looked at Jing Yun. Why didn't you wake me up? I saw that you were sleeping soundly. Let's go back. I've rescheduled the meeting. Xing Minglan looked out of the car window. It was quiet. Then she looked around. There were no passers-by. So she turned to Jing Yun and said, although it seems like I'm not being reserved, I still want to do it. With that, Xing Minglan hugged him. Seeing that Jing Yun was struggling, she threatened him. If you dare to move, I'll kiss you. Jing Yun immediately became obedient. I've been very tired these days. But I'm also very happy. Especially when I see you in front of me. I feel very safe. At that, Jing Yun's hand subconsciously wrapped around Xing Minglan's waist. Go and rest. Xing Minglan took a deep breath. Satisfied, she pushed the door open and got out of the car. Bring me along for the next meeting. Jing Yun nodded. But his hand was still very unnatural. Because there was still Xing Minglan's warmth and scent on it. With that, Xing Minglan turned and went upstairs. Jing Yun quickly left the apartment. Being with her, it was too dangerous. Really too dangerous. Meanwhile in Jingting, the heated battle had just ended. Xing Xiao was cleaning up the battlefield. He also cleaned the little woman who was exhausted from the inside out. He wanted her to be dry and comfortable. Did I not do well? I even had to endure your beating. Mu Qiqi complained. You're my woman. Of course you're doing well. But that doesn't stop me from finding excuses to want you at any time. Xing Xiao carried her from the bathroom back to the big bed. Little one, when you get more and more attention, you will also become proud. Well, I'll forgive you for the beating tonight since you're praised by the Crown Prince of Huang Yao. Don't act like you're the victim. Xing Xiao sneered. He sat on the bed and pulled the little one into his arms. Grandpa will definitely make a move during Huang Yao's event. You have to be careful. Do you think I'm still naive? I'm going to believe his nonsense. Mu Qiqi drew circles on Xing Zhao's body. But if the event is a success, you have to promise me one thing. There's no need for the event. I can promise you now. After all, I'm all yours. That's different. That's the fruit of victory. Mu Qiqi snorted. Chapter 302. Xing Minghui soon found out that Xing Minglan had started a company. Now she had something to do. Xing Minglan had humiliated her during her engagement ceremony. She did not dare to go out now. No matter what, she had to make Xing Minglan suffer. Did they think that their business would be so easy after leaving the Xing family? There was no such thing. So she sent someone to investigate Xing Minglan's company, and learned that Xing Minglan was looking for partners everywhere. Grandfather doesn't care about fourth sister now. It's simple. He just has to use her identity as the seventh daughter of the Xing family to pressure Xing Minglan's business partner. Everything would be fine since fourth sister is not with the Xing family now. Grandpa Xing thought that Xing Minghui would restrain herself, so he called her to the study. Your fourth sister has set up her own company. If you still have a conscience, don't go there and cause trouble. Grandpa, why are you looking at me like that? I also hope that fourth sister is well. I really couldn't tell. Grandpa Xing snorted coldly with his hands behind his back. Also, Huang Yao's event is just around the corner. Mu Qiqi has already made arrangements with the planning department. Don't go and ruin it. When the time comes, just take over her credit. When the time comes, I will also announce to the public that you are the planner of this event. Eighth brother will definitely make a scene. The Xing family's business should be taken over by the Xing family in the first place. Why would he be making a fuss? Old Xing thought so matter-of-factly. All right, Grandpa, I know what to do. Mu Qiqi was just used and bullied. No matter how uncomfortable eighth brother was, he could only go to Grandpa Xing to cause trouble. He could not blame her. If she guessed correctly, Grandpa wanted her to take over the director position of the planning department after the VVIP night. That would mean that she had officially entered Huang Yao. With Will's help, she thought that everything would be smooth sailing in Huang Yao in the future. In comparison, weren't Xing Minglan and Mu Qiqi too pitiful? However, she could make the two of them even more miserable. At night, Jing Yun brought Xing Minglan to the banquet, because it was a chance for Xing Minglan to grow rapidly. However, when they were on the way to the hotel, they received a call from the other party, saying that they had found another partner, and that they would not be discussing the contract this time. Jing Yun parked the car by the side and immediately called the relevant staff. His subordinates said that this matter was very sudden. When they contacted him in the afternoon, they were still willing to cooperate. Jing Yun's face darkened and Xing Minglan seemed to have guessed something. I was so anxious to discuss a few more collaborations with you because I didn't want a situation like today to happen again. It's fine. I know seventh sister won't let it go so easily. I don't have the protection of the Xing family now, so aren't I at her mercy? I'll tell young master about this. As for the rest, we need to make sure that there are no changes to the other contracts. Xing Minglan nodded. She was not as angry or discouraged as Jing Yun had imagined. In other words, she had already made up her mind. However, the business partners who were discussing seemed to be deliberately toying with the two of them. At first they agreed, but when it was time to talk about cooperation, they said that they had found another company. This happened 4 times in a row. He had many ways to help Xing Minglan in business, be it connections or anything else. But if the Xing family were to suppress him, he would be helpless in that aspect. That was why he had to tell Xianxia about this. Only when Xianxia came forward could seventh sister restrain herself. Of course, Xianxia did not intend to go back to the Xing family and complain to Grandpa Xing just like that. He had prepared a few good scenes, even having Xing Minglan pretend to be hospitalized and sick. After a few nights, Xianxia and Mu Qiqi purposely went back to Xing Mansion for dinner. Grandpa Xing appeared to be disgusted, but he did not say anything since he was still using Mu Qiqi. Xianxia, I called Minglan last night. She's in the hospital. What happened? Mama Xing began her first act. Xianxia leaned back on his chair and did not answer. It was Mu Qiqi who spoke. Mother, fourth sister is sick. What's wrong? The old man was nervous and stood up from the chair. I thought you couldn't wait for her to die. Xianxia snorted coldly. Speak properly, Xianxia. What happened to your fourth sister? Fourth sister has set up her own company. You should have heard about this a long time ago. But you should know what kind of person your seventh sister is. Fourth sister is not in the Sheng family now, and without the protection of the Sheng family, our seventh sister sent someone to oppress her. Fourth sister was so angry that she was hospitalized. Isn't that what you want? After hearing that, Grandpa Sheng looked at Xing Minghui. What did you do to fourth sister this time? Grandpa, do you believe everything Xianxia says? It doesn't matter if he believes it or not. Fourth sister is out there and in a bad situation. Her fiancé was stolen and sold by her grandfather. Do you think she would rather die than go back to the Sheng family when she's so hurt? There's no point in talking about this. Grandpa Sheng would believe seventh sister in the end anyway. If that's the case, let fourth sister die outside. Everyone will be happy. What nonsense are you talking about? Grandpa Sheng slammed his fist on the table. Don't pretend to love fourth sister in front of me. Don't you know that your seventh sister is a person who bites the hand that feeds her? Fourth sister humiliated her at her engagement party. Do you think she would let her go? Xianxia sneered. You're the only one in the Xing family who believes in her nonsense. With that, Xianxia served the dishes to Mu Qiqi and stopped talking about Xing Minglan. But Grandpa Xing kept it in his heart and asked seventh sister, did you ask someone to cause trouble for your fourth sister? Grandpa, tell me. You know the consequences if I find out. Grandpa Xing pointed at seventh sister with his walking stick. Seventh sister was so frightened that she stood up and took 2 steps back. I just asked my friend to take care of fourth sister. I didn't want to hurt her. Come here. Grandpa Xing said calmly after getting the answer. Grandpa, come here. Grandpa Xing beckoned with his finger. Chapter 303. Xing Minghui was shocked. Grandpa, how could you do this to me? If you can do this to your fourth sister, why can't I do the same to you? Grandpa Xing raised his voice and asked Xing Minghui in return. There's no room for discussion. I'd like to see what else you can do to use the Xing family to do whatever you want. Xing Minghui lay on the floor and looked at everyone at the dining table. Then she burst into tears. All of you only know how to bully me. All of you bully me. Xianxia had been eating elegantly from start to finish. He did not even want to look at Xing Minghui. Mu Qiqi looked at Xianxia and held his hand. She felt a little more at ease. Little one, what are you afraid of? I'm not afraid. I'm just a little emotional. She and Mu Tongxue had been like this before. Of course, she should not only see the negative side. After all, there were many people around her who treated her wholeheartedly. Xianxia, ask the people in Huangyao to take care of Minglan. That was more like a human. When Xing Minghui heard that, she got up from the ground and ran back to her room in tears. And because of Xing Minghui's behavior recently, Grandpa Xing had started to consider if he should let her take over the planning department after the VVIP night of Huangyao. How could such a vicious and narrow-minded person lead a team? Now he could not estimate her ability. Even if she graduated from a prestigious university. When the time comes, she might not even be a tenth of Mu Qiqi's ability. That would be embarrassing. But deep down in Grandpa Xing's heart, no matter how hateful Xing Minghui was, she was still his granddaughter. But Mu Qiqi was not. So even if Mu Qiqi was outstanding, she would not get such a good thing. Xing Minghui was beaten up again during dinner. Although she was engaged to Will, she still stayed with the Xing family. Because she knew that Grandpa Xing would not consider her after leaving the Xing family. She would not be as stupid as Xing Minglan. Later, Grandpa Xing asked Mu Qiqi a few questions about the event. But Mu Qiqi easily brushed them off. He was always wary of the old man. Grandpa Xing knew that Mu Qiqi was wary of him. So he stopped asking. This little thing was quite vigilant. In any case, Xianxia had achieved his goal of going home for dinner. Although he knew very well that Xing Minghui would hate him even more, it did not matter. In the end, it was either her or him who would die. The next day, Grandpa Xing secretly went to the hospital to visit Xing Minglan. He was very uncomfortable when he found her on an 4 drip. Xing Minglan was too soft-hearted. She would not say a thing even if she was bullied. What surprised him even more was that old seventh could actually be so ruthless to his elder sister, Xing Minghui. Because of this, Xing Minghui had to stay in bed for 2 days. Her temper was bad and she did not eat for 2 days. When the servant came to comfort her, she said, "If I die, all of you will be happy." Grandpa Xing was furious. He went to Xing Minghui's room to visit her. "If you continue to do this, I will consider changing the person in charge of the planning department. My love for you has been destroyed by your evil actions. You can choose if you want to continue. I can pretend that I never had you as my granddaughter. All the love I have for you has been erased by your vicious actions. Do you want to continue or do your part? Make your choice. At worst, I can pretend that I never had a granddaughter like you. Then don't play any tricks. When Muchichi is done with the event, you can go and get the credit. Then everyone will be happy. What's there to be unhappy about? Then don't play so many tricks. Once Muchichi's event is over, you can go and claim the credit. Then everyone will be happy. What else are you dissatisfied with? Then don't play any tricks. When Muchichi is done with the event, you can go and get the credit. Then everyone will be happy. Why are you not satisfied?" Xing Minghui held back her anger. She nodded. "Grandpa, I was wrong. I was wrong. I will listen to you." Grandpa Xing did not know that the servant was standing at the door with the food. Xing Minghui's door was not closed. When the servant heard this, she quietly pulled Mama Xing aside after delivering the meal to seventh sister. Then she told Mama Xing everything that they had talked about. Mama Xing was the only one in the family who was respectful and friendly to the servants. So she could get help from the servants. It was the same when she went to Grandpa Xing's room to look for the medicine. Mama Xing's face changed when she heard that. He was prepared for it. She knew that Grandpa Xing wanted to humiliate Muchichi. But she did not expect that Grandpa Xing would steal the fruits of a 19-year-old girl. That she could not accept it. Mama Xing hesitated again and again. She paced back and forth in the house countless times. Because she was weighing in her heart whether she should tell Xianxia about this. It was not until nighttime that she made up her mind. She called Xianxia. "Xianxia, I know why your grandfather asked Muchichi to plan the VVIP night in Huangyao. I saw the change in the planning department. The leader has left, leaving behind a difficult task. Of course, I have to find someone to take over. Otherwise, when Xing Minghui comes in and the event fails, she, as the person in charge of the planning department, would not be able to convince the others." Xianxia smiled. "You know about it? Mom, do you think I'm easy to fool?" Xianxia asked. "Do I need to think about it? Does Muchichi know?" "Per doesn't need to know. I will not let that happen. Moreover, Chia is only doing the event. He is a forensic doctor. I will not force her to do anything she doesn't like." Mama Xing nodded. "Since you're prepared, I'm relieved. That seventh sister is getting worse and worse. Her hatred for you and Xiaoqi should be as deep as the sea. Although I don't want to see you kill each other, I don't want you to give in either. Because she's a piece of trash. Mom, no one can touch Chi-er or you when I am here. All right then. You should rest early." Mama Xing was relieved now that Xianxia knew about it. She would not let her daughter-in-law suffer. Grandpa Xing wanted to enjoy the fruits of her labor? How could there be such a good thing in the world? Of course, eighth brother's thoughts were also meticulous enough. He could see through the situation and know what the old man wanted to do. Xianxia hung up the phone. He looked down at the little one who was sleeping in his arms. It was good enough for his little one to clean up the mess. Grandpa Xing was still not satisfied. Chapter 304. Out of guilt towards Xing Minglan, Grandpa Xing asked Xianxia to inform the people of Huangyao to take care of her new company. So those who had fooled Xing Minglan before all turned around and apologized. Not only did they come to negotiate the contract, they even invited Xing Minglan to dinner. Actually, Xing Minglan did not ask for that. She would be satisfied as long as Xing Minghui did not cause trouble. Now that the negotiation of the contract was going smoothly, she had the urge to go on a date with Jing Yun. After all, Jing Yun had done his best so that she would not be disturbed by the Xing family. Now that there was no such problem, she naturally had to think about her own personal matters. Late at night they were working overtime. Xing Minglan finally saw Jing Yun putting away his documents. She got up from her desk and walked to him. Let's have supper together. Jing Yun looked up at Xing Minglan. He did not refuse. Sure, but I have to bring you somewhere first. Xing Minglan nodded. She was even a little happy. She thought that Jing Yun might have been enlightened. But when they reached their destination, Xing Minglan was suddenly puzzled. Because it was just an ordinary roadside stall. Miss Minglan, you have never eaten something like this before, have you? As a young lady of the Xing family, she had always been pampered. That was why Jing Yun brought her here. But I used to beg around here before I went to the Xing family. Xing Minglan looked a little embarrassed. You're always like this. You pull us apart like heaven and earth. Because it is the truth. Jing Yun turned around and looked at Xing Minglan. Miss Minglan, although you have freedom now, what will the chairman do if he knows that you are with me? My life will only be more miserable. I am just an ordinary person. I don't want to be destroyed. So, I hope you can put your heart on someone else. Xing Minglan felt as if her heart was being cut by a knife. Fine. You have hurt me. Although I've thought about what you've said, if one day grandfather finds out, I'll bear the consequences with you no matter how he treats you. But since you're afraid, I have nothing else to say. Go back. After all, you don't really want to eat supper. Jing Yun's throat was burning, but he did not speak. After Xing Minglan got into the car, she had even less desire to speak. She looked out of the window and after a while she said to Jing Yun, you should go back to Xianxia. Not only that, but she also took out the gold card from her purse. I don't need your charity. I feel that since you don't want to face it, then there's really no need for us to meet. It'll just make us sad. Jing Yun was stunned when he saw the golden card. So she knew everything. Just drop me off at the entrance of the apartment. I'll hire an assistant tomorrow so you don't have to report in. Jing Yun took a deep breath. He parked the car in front of Xing Minglan's new apartment. She quickly got out of the car. Jing Yun looked at the gold card. She had finally regained her freedom. He did not want to ruin it for her. When she got home, she gave Xianxia a call. I've talked to Jing Yun tonight and told him not to come tomorrow. Don't tell him anything about me from now on. If he can't open his heart, don't force it. Xianxia nodded. Xianxia frowned when he heard that. What was Jing Yun hiding in his heart? Did he have to torture her like this? All right. Since it's your decision, I'll do as you say. Good night, Xianxia. Mu Qiqi heard their conversation and knew that Jing Yun was still unwilling to be with Xing Minglan. She could only sigh. Maybe we're not fated to be together. It can't be helped if he wants to be like this. Xianxia hugged Mu Qiqi. The next morning, Jing Yun went to Huang Yao to report in. Xianxia did not show any unusual reaction, but he was very disdainful of Jing Yun. What kind of sadomasochistic love are you playing? Young master, what are you afraid of when I'm here? Xianxia asked in return. I'm telling you, fourth sister called last night and told you not to pay attention to her in the future. Otherwise, it'll be difficult for everyone. By the way, I've returned fourth sister's gold card to you, right? Jing Yun nodded. That's right. The young lady of the Xing family pursued you and was rejected. You've got guts. Jing Yun tilted his head and said nothing. I'm warning you, fourth sister is trying to tell you that you've missed your only chance to open her heart. No matter who she meets in the future, it has nothing to do with you. If you want to continue being an ascetic, then go ahead. I'd like to see how long you can last. How retarded was this blockhead when it came to love? There was actually someone in this day and age who was willing to endure a silent, unrequited love? Idiot. Go to the planning department and help with the VVIP night. I don't want to see you for the time being. Jing Yun left Xing Zhao's office dejectedly at those words. Soon, Grandpa Xing learned about Mu Qiqi's plan for the VVIP night. After all, Huang Yao belonged to him. It was easy for him to know about the event beforehand. Of course, Xianxia did not intend to hide it from him. Since he knew the old master's purpose, he would openly show the old master how ingenious the plan for this event was. Grandpa Xing read the plan. Of course, he could not find anything to nitpick. He also believed that Mu Qiqi had done it all by herself. Because Xing Zhao's style was completely different. A 19-year-old girl's work was so creative. He didn't know if she was too smart or if she was just lucky. Whatever the case may be, the old man was even more wary of Mu Qiqi. After all, there would be other women by Xing Zhao's side in the future, and it would be even more difficult to deal with her if she was too smart. Moreover, Xianxia alone was already a headache. No matter what, this credit must not be given to her in the end. This way, the outside world's recognition of her would increase. Although he was not satisfied with Xing Minghui, she was still a Sheng. He could not let an outsider take advantage of her. After the VVIP night of Huang Yao, he would announce that Xing Minghui would be the head of the planning department. Because she was the biggest contributor to the success of the event. It was just a few days. So, he would let Mu Qiqi be arrogant for a few more days. You're tuning in to the Zhou Xian's Legacy YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.